Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one. Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. This is the Bad Batch case of the Mondays with the Boba Squadron. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, what we do here on the channel, we usually talk about, toys, collectibles, action figures. But, from those collectibles, they come from really cool shows and movies. And what we're going to do tonight, we're going to talk about the Disney Plus series, Star Wars The Bad Batch, episodes 7 and 8. With my friends from the Boba Squadron. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good time. And we're called the Boba Squadron right here because not because of the bounty hunter named Bob Fetta, but because of having some boba while hanging out with the squadron and everyone in the chat. So thank you so much for being here. Grab a drink, grab a seat, and I hope you enjoy the stream. And if you want to help out the channel, you can, leave a thumbs up on the video. That would be of great assistance and importance as well. So thank you so much for being here on this lovely Monday evening. I'm going to bring on the squad and introduce them one by one. And I'm speaking slowly so that they are ready and give me a sign that they're ready. But in the meantime, let's bring on the first person. Someone just shook their head, so I'm going to go next. A Canadian icon. He loves to never mind. He is the fallingest bounty hunter in the galaxy. I'm just a man trying to make his way. Please welcome Lil Boba.
I like the cut of your jib. Thanks for having me on your channel, mate.
Lil Boba, what's with the cape there? Is that like a parachute type deal?
Look,
in case you fall from...
Don't you start on me on this, all right? It's my desert cape. I'm in the desert, riding on a banter. Like a banter? That's what I'm doing. I'm protecting myself.
Did you grow up, based on your accent, did you grow up around water, like a water planet?
Lots of water. I grew up on planets with seas of oceans.
Seas of oceans? You don't say.
Are you laughing at me? Are you?
What is seas of ocean? Did you actually say that on TV, Lil Boba?
Look, that's the quap they're calling the Stifler slimy. You understand me?
So stupid. All right, get out of here. Get out of here. I couldn't keep a straight face. Does he? You had it easy. You didn't have to show your face. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Kevin. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome back, man. I always wanted to chat with Lil Boba because I'm always screaming at him when it's on your stream.
There you go. There you go,
man.
Little Boba. Can you believe I improvise all that dialogue? So smooth.
I think you have a few lines written down, and whatever you can pick from. I mean, he doesn't have that many lines to begin with.
No. He's a man of very few words.
Yeah, he's no good to me alive.
No.
I mean, dead. Seas of Oceans. Well, welcome back, Paul. Again, you can catch Paul and Lil Boba on Funboxing Sundays every Sunday. You just had a stream yesterday. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I have the airing of grievances coming up. And is Tommy? Oh, it's Tommy.
He is.
Tommy,
There he is. Shut up, Tommy.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Up next is our good friend. She streams over on Twitch and does a wonderful job and has a great collection. And did you get dressed up for us this evening? Did you curl your hair for us, Yoko? I've never seen this before. This is our friend Yoko McCann.
Hi, hello. Yeah.
First time
Here?
curling your hair for the stream.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently, Kev likes to prove that he is a male human being every week.
I don't like to prove it. I just, it happens. But number one Trandoshan, Yoko McCann, welcome back.
I don't know how I feel about that anymore.
Is it because of what Ernie's done, or did that have any effect on it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Completely.
Oh,
Well,
man.
also like the human trafficking thing. I'm not such a fan of that. I gotta say.
I forgot about that. From last-
Yeah.
Forgot about
I
the
don't-
human
I don't-
trafficking.
what you were talking about.
Yeah. Not really on brand for me.
Poor Ernie. Speaking of which, of all, I'm waiting for Nico Hodge to comment right when I bring Ernie in. So let's welcome the final element of our team, Ernie the Fallen Fett.
Hello.
What's
I
up, Ernie?
don't even know what to say.
Kev, you need the
intro.
disclaimer for Ernie. Like the views of the Fallen Fett do not
Only
This is
reflect
the
the
important thing.
Federation, the Fallen. The other days, who called you the Falling Chronicles?
Somebody call me the Falling Chronicles?
Oh, I think Paul said it by accident yesterday. I think he said.
Really?
I don't know if it was Jameson or you spoke too fast. I think you said the Falling Chronicles.
A
Yeah.
little from column B.
And the
I'll
Falling
take it.
Chronicles, aka the Tale of Boba Fett. So
Thanks for the love, Paul. I'll take it. Whatever. Hopefully they type that in. They can still find me. Yeah, I will.
welcome back, man. Everyone have a drink tonight, a beverage. I have my cha time. I don't know
I'm a
what drink this is.
Loser. I can go make one.
Triple C. It's called. It's got boba
don't-
and I think mango chunks and something
Oh.
else. Cheers.
Nice.
Cheers,
This-
everyone in the chat.
This trips me out because it looks like it's about to spill, but I'm holding it
It's
normally.
called an illusion.
It's the
It is an
angle-
illusion.
The angle of attack from the.
I just mansplained.
Uh,
Sorry.
Tiki Punch.
What is that?
Shouts to Tiki Punch. I didn't have time to stop. I was
You
jammed
get your
back to work.
churro. The churro
Yeah.
Bubble tea.
Dude, because that place is like the best, like probably the only real one that we have up here. And it's so well, yeah. It's the only thing we have up here, Ken. Besides me walking into a donut shop and then them just trying to give me whatever they have behind the counter. So-
Sketchy donut shop.
Yeah.
Boba.
Yeah.
My wife got me this boba, or as Paul refers to her as my friend. So she got me this drink. We're sitting around yesterday or the day before, and out of nowhere, she's like, what's up with Bad Batch? When are you guys doing that again?" I'm like, "I've been doing that for the last 6 weeks." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Where do you think I've been going every Monday night?" She goes, "Oh, that's Bad Batch? I thought that was Boba Squadron." I'm like, "That is Boba Squadron. That's why you've been buying boba." So for 6 weeks, I don't know. She just thought she was buying boba, and clearly she's a huge fan of the show.
Not
Well,
a very
we did
good friend, though.
rebrand. We did rebrand from Bad Batch.
We
Case of the
needed
Mondays
needed
to Boba
a
Squad.
name. We needed a name.
It's okay.
Um,
Ernie called us the Bad Batch the other day too. So
I did on my stream. So
I,
Paul, I'll
he
take
said it
whatever.
like all in one breath, and I waited for him to catch himself. And I waited like I'm in the chat. I'm like, I'm not there, but I'm like, oh, well, he never caught himself because he goes on Monday. I'll be on with the Bad Batch to talk about the Bad Batch. And I was like, did he hear himself?
I thought I was gonna have the full cast on, and it didn't work out. So
So so just D.
Yeah.
Bradley Baker.
yeah, one person.
yeah, thought it was gonna be good, but hey, dude.
Didn't pan
And
out.
during that one too, like I'll shout my own self out because Yoko, thanks for not bringing it up, but it was pretty hilarious. I was on with High School Creations. I kicked my own self out 3 times out of the stream
He did.
I
He
don't
did.
know how you did that.
because dude, like,
You're
I was-
definitely not tech.
I was
No, no.
not. I couldn't believe it. I sat there staring and I was like, what happened? Oh my God. And then just, yeah, pretty good. And then I said that too. I said, well, I'm with the Bad Batch, talking about the Bad Batch.
It's like,
oh, what's up,
not
Mike?
this
There he
time.
is.
I don't know if any of us would be tech, honestly.
I'm going to say what's up to everyone in the chat, and then we're going to talk about Paul's stream yesterday, and then of course, spoiler warning we're going to recap episodes 7 and 8 of the Bad Batch. So thank you everyone so much for joining us. I appreciate you sharing on your social media and everywhere that you can that we are live this evening. Thank you for being here. I know there's a lot of quality streams out there on the YouTube, but you're here with us, and I appreciate you. We have Winger Lose, who was here nice and early. butt dialed me the other day by accident. What's up? Katchin is here. Aaron S. Anna Lee. I'm just here to troll Paul. Hi, everyone. Hi, Anna. She's like sitting right next to you, giving you a middle finger.
She's downstairs, down in the cheese balls, counting out the cheese.
She's like, trying to focus now. Monstar, what's up? Good to see you. Tommy K. Tommy. What's up, Tommy? Legendary Poser is here.
Right, are you bitter?
Oh,
Are you
I'm bitter brigading.
Yeah, he's
tonight.
borrowing your brand a little bit. Yeah.
Aiden Skate, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. John Takich? I'm saying, is that? That's from your stream, Paul.
Yeah,
looks like
that's right. Yeah, John's a member of my stream.
But thanks for stopping by, and we're gonna talk some Star Wars over here. We have the homie High School Creations. Please go check out his IG. He has a Kickstarter coming up sometime next month called Wall XD, and he was on with the Falling Chronicles earlier last week. So please go check that out. Support the homies. John Carmen is here. Good to see you. Gordon Scalcy says, "Hello, squad. Happy Monday." Is this the Valentine's Day Eve? Is that these Eve things are getting ridiculous? It's just February 13th. I'm kidding. I got to get up early and get flowers tomorrow. Not last minute at all. Norn Radicals, thanks for tuning in. Steve Nara, howdy, first time. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bert Vader 74 signing on. Yes, welcome back. Good to see you. Thanks for being part of the channel members. Appreciate you. Toy Rensu is here. Kat Chin says, I'm so ready for this recap. Yes, I'm ready for you to be ready because you have a lot of good tidbits and information for us.
Is that person cat or is that a cat?
No, that's person cat.
Right?
Cat
That's person
the
cat.
person. Cat the
Okay.
person.
Just
Cat
wanna
the
make
cat.
sure.
Cat with a K.
Okay.
Cat. Okay.
Cat with a K.
It's not because of Boba Fett. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, everybody. Boba Squadron.
I got bamboozled.
He's like, and I've stayed here for I don't know how many weeks. David de la Huerta, what's going on? Desert Cape, seas of ocean. Like what?
Seas of ocean.
I really hope that wasn't in the script. Shav Gold, thank you for tuning in. And the Fallen Fett Stream Elements is here.
What up,
Always
homie?
supporting.
Shout out to Stream
Everyone go
Elements.
show some love to Stream Elements. Someone's gonna be out there searching it on Instagram.
Telling you.
Take us. All right. I shall
there
remember.
we go. Cool. Thanks.
I am now bitter Asian dude. I'm living it.
Oh.
I'm living it. Only for this week. We have Fred over on Twitch. Thank you everyone who's watching on Twitch. I have to turn this way. And of course, Livin' La Vida Yoko resubbed.
I
You
was
have been
waiting.
subscribed for 21 months. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. 21
Wow.
months. Wow.
Such amazing support.
Such
Thank you.
months. 13 minutes you've been waiting. Such months. Many months. Matt Logic 44, thank you for tuning in. And I think we're caught up. I have a beef with Tommy because yesterday Paul on his channel had a stream and did some Star Wars trivia, bounty hunter trivia. And the questions were penned by none other than Mr. Shut Up himself, Tommy K. And there were a couple of trick questions. The first one is the Dooku question, Paul. Do you mind just posing the question to everybody again?
Yeah, well, basically the question was who hired Jango Fett to serve as a template for the clone army? And the responses were one of the answers were Darth Sidious, Chancellor Palpatine, Count Dooku, Sifo Dyas, and somebody else. I can't remember who the fourth one was. And the correct answer, of course, and we were talking about this before, Jango, when he's talking to Obi-Wan, says, I was hired by a man named Darth Tyrannus, right? So that's Count Dooku. So I guess that's the right answer. That was the answer, but it was kind of worded a little bit. I think it was nebulous. I picked Palpatine because he's the one pulling the strings. He's the one saying, go do this. And so
you know, that's the choice that I went with. So I thought, you know, and Tommy, he fessed up to it. He said he was being a little bit tricky on that one.
Well, you know, Palpatine didn't do it. He just, you know, let middle management and said, you know, Dooku, go. I don't care how you do it. Just go hire someone. And actually, it's funny because someone sent me this video earlier in the week before your trivia.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Ernie. Let me show him your face. Not this one, but this is still awesome because Superb Owl yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'll show the other meme after, but this is the video.
Needs Padme dead, but he doesn't want to do it himself. So he asks Count Dooku to go kill Padme, but Count Dooku doesn't want to do it himself. So Count Dooku asks Jango Fett to go kill Padme, but Jango Fett doesn't want to do it himself. So he asks his
Oh, and it goes on.
That's me.
Zam Wessel sends a droid, and then the droid sends a bug. So, you know, did Palpatine hire a bug? No, for this situation. So for the purposes of that question, it was.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. I get that. I mean, for me, where it became like you're thinking I overthought that question a little bit too much, right? It's just like, like who's the one who started it all, and that's where I went with. But who actually did the hiring? Yeah, Dooku. I get that.
The one I had a problem with, and it was just a little tricky. I think there's a sense of urgency because I was on my other phone telling Yoko, I'm like, I just answered the last question in 1.8 seconds. This one was 1.6. So I was kind of psyching myself up in my head. I'm like, I got to pick the answer and then I got to hit submit because the faster you answer correctly, the more points you'll get. So the next question was, what planet does Boba Fett hail from? And in the span of like 2 seconds in my head, I was thinking about Jango Fett and the chain code that Boba Fett was showing in the book of Boba Fett. He's like, my father, blah, 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 this and that, and all that armor. And I didn't see the obvious answer right there. It was Kamino. So still, Tommy, I was in the lead for that until that one. You're a tricky man.
And it's Boba Fett who tripped you up and knocked you down. That's
ironic.
Good.
That is ironic.
Ironic. And of course, the
Ernie's proud for some reason.
Look at that big smile. Look at that big smile. Yeah, yeah. Live it up. Enjoy the moment, man. This is your time.
Got him. Knocked him out. I'm just sad I missed the trivia part, but yay, Boba Fett took out Kev.
Yeah, where were you, Ernie?
I was at Disneyland. Yeah.
All right, we have
the weekend.
Steve says that's Boba Fett's home planet question made me mad because my brain automatically goes to the comic book answer, which is now Legends. Oh, what's the comic book answer? What's the comic? Do you guys know?
Comic book or book? He said comic book.
He said comic book.
Is there a difference other than pictures? I mean, like the canon, the story of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a different in the expanded universe books.
Concord Dawn.
I think I picked Concord Dawn, but I picked Django anyway. So I was thinking of Django, but I picked Concord Dawn. It's okay. I don't need any more hats. But Paul, it was an awesome trivia night. Tommy, thank you for, it's always appreciated when you do stuff like that. You've done it for my channel before. You do it on Paul's channel.
You should have read his last comment before you thanked him.
Wait, what is this? I'll make sure the Bad Bass question is easy for you, Kev. Like, what is the name of the little girl that is part of? Oh, okay. All right, Tommy. Where's that ban user button? Oh, put user in timeout. Is it block user or put user in timeout? Which one's longer? Both of those mean shut up, though, Tommy. So, and finally, this one cracked me up just before we got on. This is Rihanna up on those platforms yesterday, just like in the Senate.
Yeah,
floating around.
I haven't seen these. What is that? How she opened her concert, or what?
This is the end of.
Opened the halftime show. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
she came from the sky, or did she get lifted up?
She floated up on these platforms.
She floated up, and I've actually I've seen footage where somebody's actually overlaid the soundtrack and the dialogue from from episode 3 over the Rihanna.
Over this?
She's
That's
she's
amazing.
going up and she's performing, but instead of music, it's and we will now reform the Republic into a new galactic empire. It's friggin' brilliant. It's great.
Send that, please. Need to share it. The other one was it's because of all these floating levels. Someone put in Super Smash Bros. Characters, and it looked like they were kicking her on the different
Yeah.
platforms.
Oh my god,
Oh man, it was great.
that's funny.
It was great. Pickups. Any new Star Wars stuff this week? Ernie, you went to Disney. Anything good?
No, there was nothing, man.
Feel free to tell us 4 streams from now.
They have shirts, but you guys wouldn't care because they were Boba Fett shirts. No, I'm trying to remember now.
We have a Boba Fett shirt.
We got a Boba Fett shirt
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Disney.
but these are good Boba Fett shirts. That
No,
wasn't a
mine's pretty
Boba
good.
Fett
Those are
shirt.
pretty
No,
We
Mine's
have the
pretty
best
good.
Boba Fett
your
shirt.
guys' shirts is propaganda. No, I wouldn't even get them for you guys because it was that bad. Oh my god! Thanks, babe. I did. I had to go on a coin. I'm so horrible. I am.
Oh my God.
Thanks, babe. Okay, so we go Fridays and Sundays. And I had seen a picture that somebody put not the penny machines, but they were medallions. Okay. So larger than a regular one. Probably like a little bit bigger than that. Okay. So there's medallion machines, and I saw that there was a Mandalorian set. Mandalorian, Grogu, Ahsoka, and Mythosaur skull. Well, of course I had to go get the Mythosaur. So when I thought I saw this picture, they said that it was in Tomorrowland at the exit of Space Mountain. So we jam there. Parking is a pain. We park, we get lucky because then Pixar parking place was open while the regular Mickey and Friends was backed up. Jam there, walk the walkway because security is so backed up. Nobody at that other security. Bust through, and there's the Star Wars store in downtown Disney. I had to return a Boba Fett shirt that was way too slim for my buffness. So I had to return it. And then that happened quick. Nobody was in line and everything. I'm like, dude, we are lucky. Let's go. Then the monorail was open. So I didn't have to walk all the way down and go through the main gates. I hopped the monorail. There's Tomorrowland. We get off. I run to the corner. There's no machine there. I'm like, what happened? It's now replaced with 100th anniversary medallions machine. And I was like, oh no, did I miss it? So I start asking around, and somebody literally says, I think it's on the outside of downtown Disney. I think in the Star Wars store out there. I was like, I was just there. Are you serious? Like, it's a trek to get there. It isn't as fast as I'm saying. So the guy calls, and there it is. So now I have to go all the way back. So now I'm like, oh, well, I'm lucky. And I run back to the monorail closed. Come out to Main Street, getting ready for fireworks, packed like you wouldn't believe. We finally make our way to the exit, and I go back, and right where I was standing next to me is that stupid machine. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I just never saw it. So then it's not even done yet. It's four coins for $15, and you got to do like a card tap type of thing. They only take that. And so I'm like, okay, what can I get? I'm going to get 3 Mythosaur, and I'll get 1 Ahsoka. And then the 3 Mythosaurs fall, and I hear the Ahsoka coin come down and fall, and it hits it, and I hear it fall behind the machine itself, inside. Yeah, and I'm all,
Oh no.
no, oh my god. And so then I find a manager, and he brought me one. But yeah, we finally got it. So I did. Thanks, babe. I got medallions. I don't have them on me right now, but I'll show you next time. Yeah, gotta have a story for next time, but like that. So yeah, I got coins. Those were cool. And then there was cool new Boba Fett shirts that are there. And everything else seemed like the same for right now that I've been showing. So that was it.
Nice.
Thanks. That's my
hey,
story
Corinne.
time.
Good to see you. So you got nothing, is what you're saying. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing but some cool coins, some cool medallions. Yeah.
Yoko has been a mod since always. Well, since 21 months ago. Paul, you opened finally Hunter Hot
Yes,
Toys.
I did.
Usually
did.
when
You
I
did
ask
not
you,
disappoint.
did you get new stuff, you let out a small sigh, and then you inhale to really unload a list of things you've got. So what have you got this week?
No. I this week it's actually the only thing I actually have on the way right now is from Ernie, and he forgot to send it in that one package. You had one job, Ernie. Thanks for getting it for me, though.
And guess what my
But,
job is? It will be going out tomorrow as well too. I'll
So
send
he
you the
still
tracking.
hasn't sent it,
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah.
But it's the Michael Galaxy Squadron's Millennium Falcon, the Park Edition version, where with Hondo and various other characters in it, which is cool. And it's got like a slightly modified radar dish on it. It's got the rectangular one instead of the round one. The cannons are a little bit different and whatnot. I unboxed Hunter, the hot toy, although I got him weeks ago.
Wait,
Weeks
hold
ago,
on. So
just
you did
put him
get
on hold.
that?
What's that?
You did get that? You got that in the helmet, right? You're just waiting on the Hera?
The Hera? No, I haven't gotten the Hera.
Yeah.
I'm
I
still
need
waiting
to
for
send
my
out-
stuff to come up north for my mule.
Oh, okay. So you guys haven't got the stuff I sent.
No.
Okay,
No.
because I did send that. The only thing with missing was the Hera. That's the
Oh,
only
I
thing
thought you were
haven't
talking about the
sent.
Millennium Falcon. And I was like,
No,
isn't that the
there's-
only thing you were supposed to be sending?
No,
Like,
there's two
okay.
boxes.
I see.
So
I see.
all your guys' stuff is there. That's why I was like, wait a second. No, the thing that I forgot is the Hera. I have to send the Hera. So that's just a small one, but that's fine.
Cool. Cool.
Okay,
cool,
sorry.
Cool. Oh no worries. And then the big thing, the other reveal was this. I got this from KR Sabers Corbanth. It's an 89 Sabers Graflex Supreme with the oh my god, I can't. My wrist.
What happened to your wrist, by the way?
I have
saw
no
it on
idea
your
what I
thing.
did to it, but I mucked it up somehow and it hurt. I can't grip my lightsaber. It's got the
Can't be a
crystal-
Jedi.
It's got the crystal chassis.
Those old
reveal.
Jedi are like my arthritis. I can't ignite.
One day it'll happen to you, Kevin.
No
One day,
Jedi.
and I'll laugh.
It will, but until then, I'm gonna get the
It's got
laughs.
the crystal reveal. I don't know if you can see that, but there we go.
Is this different?
Sick.
What was the other one that you had that has this?
Obi-Wan's?
There we go.
Oh, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I've got the Obi-Wan. This is the Luke Skywalker version.
It says those weak wrists.
That's
My
messed
wife,
up,
ladies and
Anna.
gentlemen, love of my life.
I said it's messed up. And I feel your pain, Paul. Mine hurts just from trying to get out of the bed in the morning. Oh.
It's all good. My wife doesn't even know what I've been doing every Monday night for the last 6 weeks,
There you go.
and she's upstairs.
But yeah, that was my big pickup there. I love these just because the chassis reveals. The crystals are great on it. It just levels it up to that next one. And I don't have a Luke Skywalker version of it. I've got the Anakin Skywalker from Episode 3, but I don't have a Luke Skywalker, at least a premium hilt like this. I just have the Rey Skywalker version of it, which is just a repurpose of the Luke Skywalker one. But it being Hasbro and Force FX, they're just a little bit chunkier than these ones are. So it's nice to have one that's a little bit more in line with the actual size of the blades, the hilts.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you need the wrist strength for those ones.
The wrist strengthening ones, yes. It was actually Anna who hurt my wrist in it. She hyperextended my. I remember now.
Oh, moment of
sort of
clarity.
we're it was in the morning and I was still half asleep and she went and rolled over and she like kind of crushed my wrist past that point. I was like, like it woke me up. It hurt so much. But I got my revenge because she went to cuff me the other day at the back of the head and she made really good contact, but then she hurt her neck. She was like,
Nice.
and so she's been in pain for the last week.
And now you're laughing. I don't.
Don't laugh too
struck
hard
me.
because you're gonna pull something.
And man, she hit me. It was a good hit too, but it was like the whole whack. Like it's just that's a relationship built on love. So
You said it was the dog, not me.
no, it was you. You were throwing the dog. That's what it was. You were moving the dog. And she
threw a dog at you?
because he's sleeping in our bed, right? And so she was shoving him out of the way, and then that's when that happened. It wasn't the dog. You trying to move the dog? I remember now. Okay.
What's up, Stefano?
So
Good to
was
see you,
it
man.
Tyrannus or was it
It was
the Emperor?
totally the Empress.
Aaron S says 21 months. Well, I can't say I am observant that Yoko was been or has been a mod. But Yoko doesn't message often when we're on. Was that all that you got, Paul?
You want more?
No, I mean, do you want to be in more trouble? I don't know. It's all good.
Just shut up, Kevin.
All right. Oh, Yoko, hey, how are you doing? My 21 months supporter and moderateur, that's what the French call an admin. You get anything?
No, I did not.
Okay.
That's a cool shirt.
It's Bad Batch shirt.
hmm
What?
I'm jelly. That's dope.
It's from Heroes and Villains, I believe. I'm 99% sure.
Nice, because that's
Thank you. Yeah, get it? You were about to explain it.
no, because
And
I
you
was
got
gonna
yourself.
say 99. Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
I went to the dollar store and I found some cool stuff, but I also found these workbooks that are purely Star Wars themed for kids. And it's funny because my wife's friend texted her the other day because she had got it for a kid, and she's like, I don't know any of these answers, so she had to ask my wife for all the answers, and I was so proud she knew all of them. But I thought it was funny, and then I saw them at the dollar store. I'm like, all right, I got to get this. Look how much fun this is. The Man Runs, and there it is.
It's even got a picture of Ula in the first
Right?
grade book.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Dancing for
The
fun.
Rancor.
The Twi'lek
roars.
dances.
Right.
Circle the nouns in each sentence.
I mean, not a
oh,
lie.
it does say that. Find the noun and the verb. Oh my gosh. See?
And
Reading.
Jabba says.
So I'm gonna go through these, and when I'm done with them, I'm gonna give them to my kids, and they
you
will
can use
learn
reading help for sure.
some Star Wars by the editors of Brain Quest, America's #1 educational bestseller.
Oh, ouch.
It was a good deal. Those are my Star Wars pickups of recent time. Not much else going on. Michael, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Sneak attack.
Where are you going?
Kev, I got a
Oh my
question.
yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Is
Look
that
at my
Larry?
We're good.
butthole.
We're okay.
We're live.
Behold my butt.
She heard her knees on. She's like,
Larry, I
did
don't
Paul
know where
cut
you're
him
going.
yet? It's my
Larry-
turn.
Larry, where are you going?
Did Paul cut him?
I'm gonna show everybody my butthole.
Oh,
Look at that. There we go. Cat porn.
Dude.
Look at that.
Wow.
I'm gonna
I have a
show you my
question.
fleshy
I should have
spider.
cut away earlier. What was the
Sorry,
question?
demonetized.
It's all right.
No, we're
Kev, is your 99-cent store like our Dollar Tree or whatever your dollar store was? Is that like America's Dollar Tree? Or no, it's totally
I
different?
think it's close. It's dollar store, but they have some like higher end stuff that you would see at Five
Yeah,
Below.
Our Dollar Trees do too. Man, I don't have a Five Below here. Our Dollar Trees do sometimes too. So I saw you got those Mattel ones, and I was like, ooh, do I need to make a trip? And how do you not know who
$5?
that is?
I don't know. I was just going through the video. I didn't have time to read each label, and
Okay, so you were
I didn't know what I was holding.
Uh-oh.
But there's like hardcover DC comics. There's.
You know that's Crush, right?
I'm just going to use the turtle for Master Roshi.
Have you not?
That's
have you not
Dragon
seen
Ball.
Finding Nemo?
That's what I'm saying.
I
you not
have.
seen
I
it?
just
Oh.
don't.
That's
You
cool.
don't remember
Awesome.
I
Crush?
don't remember it.
Awesome. Wow.
I'll watch it sometime with the kids.
It was the
It's okay.
For children. Your
Best
kids
part.
watch it, right?
Arguably.
Is there an option in StreamYard to put that pixelation thing out next time Larry wants to show everyone his bungus?
Sorry.
Oh,
The
that'd be
pink
awesome.
flower.
I
You
don't
need a
know.
pink flower.
A pink flower.
But yeah, it was a bountiful haul at the dollar store. So you like get your usual
pretty
stuff
good.
like stationery
Yeah.
and snacks that are like a couple bucks, household stuff, and then like books and toys. They'll get random things. Like one time I found the Ninja Turtles figures from was it that 2015 cartoon? All four of them for like $4 each. But they had special branding on it, some Italian company, like it's an international supplier.
Oh.
So I don't
Right.
know where they get their stock from. Usually it's probably like, I don't know, overstock from stores that don't sell and they buy it on super
It-
like pennies to the dollar, right?
There's some old school Power of the Force cards like that have the 3 language on the cards that are worth a lot. Yeah, because of the same thing. Like some type of supplier came in. So that's cool.
Yeah, but our dollar store, it's like things used to be $3, and I was upset, and then now they're up to 5.
Ooh,
And I knew that would happen because everyone was okay with 3, and they let it happen. And then they keep saying, they keep seeing how much more they can get away with.
I'm right there with you because ours too. Ours isn't even Dollar Tree no more. It's like $1.50 and up. And then at that point too, I'm surprised at what you find for $1.50 at the
Mhm.
Dollar Tree. Like everything's just up in price now.
Yo, what's up? Ryan Dole says, I grabbed those
I grabbed those-
TMNT figures too.
yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I found those Ghostbusters figures before Hasbro got the license. Who had it? Was it Mattel?
Mattel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have found the entire wave for $4 each.
Lucky.
Uh,
4 each?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody.
Wow, that's pretty good.
And then I think I traded it at a toy show. But yeah, and it's good up here. Dollarama.
Nice.
I'm adding Dollarama gift cards to my holiday gift list.
Sweet.
I stack up on gift cards, and I would live in the Dollarama with gift cards like Americans would coming to Canada with US dollars. It's just like living like kings, the currency means nothing. It's just it's a free for all, spend it all.
Gordon lives here with me. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Our
In your
99-cent
house?
store is just
And yeah,
no. I like
shut
to
up in
keep
the
him
next room.
outside. Yeah. Can you keep it down? No, we live in the same town. So yeah. He we have the same, but he's right. Our 99-cent stores used to be legit to grab stuff, and now they're not. What did Kat say? To be fair, because the prices are higher, the quality of products is better. I don't know, Kat, because my chocolate crosses went up. It tasted good. So you know what I'm saying? We'll have to see this year. About one more month, I can go get those chocolate crosses, and we'll see what's up. Then I can show the world. Proof
That's
that-
Ernie's recession indicators and early warning signs.
It is.
All right. We're ready to go. I think that's a good warm up. I think that was a lot of fun, except for realizing that my trivia error was my own fault. But thank you everyone for tuning in. We are knock it off up there. We are going to talk about Bad Batch episodes 7 and 8. Spoiler warning, if you haven't seen it yet, thanks for hanging out anyway. The new episode comes out in 2 days. Or if you're like Daniel Sertle, who was warned last week that it would be 2 episodes, but only watched one until realizing half an hour before tonight that there was 2 episodes. Come back and watch the replay later. Should we just go through both all at once, or intermission in the middle?
Ooh, maybe an intermission.
Or should we just
Let's get there and then decide.
let's get there? That's deep. That's deep. All right, let us get there. The episode named The Clone Conspiracy. I don't know anything about US dollar stores. Oh, we have Dollar Tree here in Canada. They're just not as good as Dollarama.
It's all about the
Dollarama.
Japanese dollar stores.
Oh,
Or
Japanese
that.
dollar store is
Like a Daiso, if you have a Daiso.
it
By you?
Ichiban? No, we have Umomo.
Yeah,
All right.
I meant for the Americans. Sorry.
Well,
I don't have
when-
any of those here.
when you visit. He can't even get a regular
Yeah.
bubble tea. He's getting churro
I gotta
bubble
go to
tea.
the
You think he's gonna
donut
get a
shop.
Japanese dollar
I mean, I
store?
can't either, but
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Whoops. Full screen. Get myself back. Okay, The Clone Conspiracy. We open up. It's a bar on Coruscant, and these 2 clones are having a drink. And I already forget his name. Cade. Cade was talking about how they were on Rampart's the Venator class ship, and they were there with what happened to bombing the cities on Camino and Tapioca City. And he's like, I gotta do something. And he pulls a total Ned Stark because Slip was like, what did you do? He's like, oh, I gave him a heads up. I gave him a warning. Do the right thing. And if you don't, I'll do it myself. Game of Thrones fans will know exactly what I'm talking about. Terrible move. He was there on the ship when Rampart blew up cities. What makes him think that he wouldn't go as far as to silencing one clone, which is kind of what Slip reminds him of. when they're out in the street. But of course, as predicted, Rampart sends a assassin or bounty hunter, not mutually exclusive, to take out Cade. And I want to make sure.
My hat.
Caption. My hat.
Okay, from now on, we're just gonna do wrong captions for each screenshot. Well, we'll try. Your intros are so long now. I keep thinking I missed the recap, and you've already done. Listen,
So long now. We're actually started ahead of schedule. Usually we hit the 45-minute mark before we start.
Wait, no, those are your streams, Paul.
That's you saying hi to everyone.
hey.
I was just trying to say hi. That's all right,
Oh,
Maddie.
sorry.
We just want to make sure everybody's here.
I'll make sure everybody feels special.
They're at the Clones Bar. Hey,
Yes.
Christopher Colvin.
Cat is right.
It's okay. It's okay. You're just in time for the beginning of the recap. You missed some
What's up, Christopher?
ridiculous stories, but good to
That'd
see
be me.
you.
You missed a great story about Ernie's coins.
I have no idea I got, but I did.
The old man and his coins, brought to you by
That's me.
the Fallen Fed. And then I took the monorail, and then they said, "Where's your transfer ticket?" Well, young man,
It was at where I started all along. And then you had to tap your card. I tapped 4 times. I wanted 3 Mythosaurs and 1 Ahsoka. And the Mythosaurs went down. 1, 2, 3. But the Ahsoka, I heard it. It's all behind the machine.
I'm sorry. I gotta tell my story.
I got a manager. The manager handed it to me. But the long and the short of it is, I can't find the coins to show you.
I get it. I'm on the inside.
Even Larry's like, seriously with this story?
he's like, "Now where was I? Oh yeah, and that's why you can't trust Trandoshans."
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus.
And that was the Fallen Chronicles.
Thanks. Yeah.
Seas of oceans, man. Seas of oceans.
My chest hurts for laughing.
You know what, Ernie, though? The Fallen Chronicles is probably the best of the other names that could have caught on for you.
Yeah, it's very true. I'll keep it. I've been called a lot of names. I will. Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah.
Plastic, you need to clip that if you're watching.
Yeah, I was already gonna say that. There's a plastic clip coming right there.
42 minutes in. All right. I mean, do we even need to do the recap after that?
No.
We peaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get back to my notes.
I guess Larry had enough left.
Larry's like, "Oh, great! I thought my butthole was the peak of the show." I think there's an important line that Cade says in the bar, though. He says, "We're not bad men, but what we did was wrong." And I thought like that was a very, very important thing that, it kind of plays out in the next 2 episodes. It's like the clones blindly following orders, but I won't pre-spoil anything.
Even though you just did.
What? So
This comes out later, but I'm not going to spoil it, even though I just mentioned it now.
he gets shot, and what does he say?
My hat.
The Fallen Coin Chronicles. Oh no!
Join me next week. I'm gonna keep that on the onside. I need to
Amazing.
switch everything. Oh my goodness.
It's not spoiling; it's foreshadowing. Oh,
Shut up,
also,
Ryan.
there's a shout outs to this clone and his, and his lady friend.
Does he use her as a shield?
That's what I
Kinda
thought.
got her in front.
That's what I thought.
He's kind of got her
Wow.
in front. He's not like, get behind me. He's like, whoa, where's that? Stand over here.
She's grabbing his arm. He's like, "Let go, bitch! I gotta go."
It looks like
messed
he's
up.
using her.
Can I zoom? Here we go. There it is. Yeah, he's definitely got one foot in the other direction. See, this bent knee indicates that he's preparing to propel himself away. I like Slip's move. He pulls this James Bond stunt. He throws the speeder over the side of the railing and hops on mid-air. That's very like a very Bond-esque escape.
Mm.
Love that part. And he gets away. We cut to what everyone loves about Star Wars: politics and
Politics.
senators. This is people are like, oh, I'm so tired of seeing lightsabers on screen. Give me more judicial talk and all this stuff. No, but it's cool. We get to see Bail Organa. I didn't know it was voiced by Phil Lamar, who has done a lot of Star Wars voices too in Clone Wars, but also from Mad TV. I used to love Mad TV. They're debating the defense recruitment bill, and of course, Bail is one of the people. A bunch of senators are kind of debating it back and forth. The arguments. One of the arguments is that phasing out clones is due to their accelerated aging. Right? I never really thought about that because they were genetically modified to bring them up to a certain age so that they could fight in the war right away. But I guess you never think of afterwards. They're going to keep aging faster, and then you'd have no army left to defend your republic or your empire here. So that's something that I forgot.
Yeah. Interesting side note.
Yes.
Sorry. So in the background, Senator Pamlo, I believe, was voiced by the same actress who played the real life version of her in Rogue One. Can't remember her name, but I do remember that character from Rogue One because when they've got that whole round table and they're all bickering about what are they going to do? Should we run? Should we fight? Blah, blah, blah. And they can't find a consensus. She's there. And so it's really nice to see that sort of continuation following through.
Yeah, it's nice when they can get the same actor. I think as a fan, you're like, oh, awesome. They got the same actor to do the voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it matters, but
cool.
It's cool. Yeah, right? Okay, so who steps up? Who steps up for the clones? That's the wrong screen. Senator Chuchi. I don't remember what planet she's from. Do you guys remember?
No, because she's been part of the story before. She's been
In the Clone Wars.
in Clone Wars and like that. So we do. I can't remember it though, but that dude immediately. Oh my god, I don't know why. And speaking of voice actors, one, we get the real actor like that, and we can't get Jimmy Smits to do Bale because I don't know why. I didn't like his accent either. And this one, I thought it was the same voice actor as Omega.
Yeah. I know. I noticed
really
the
sounded
Australian
different.
accent.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
It was hard, like, because sometimes, like I said, I have to watch this first at work. So if I'm going back and forth, like, I thought at some points I thought it was Omega talking, and I had to like run to the phone and look like what's going on.
I'm just waiting for Brick something to show up and say, I don't know, Ernie, this theory's a little racist.
I don't know who she is. Whatever.
No, it's not.
She sounds like Omega though.
I thought so too. Possibly. Ryan Dole says, let's get Rosario Dawson to voice. Terrible.
That's jacked up, Ryan.
If there's ever an animated version of Carson, Paul will have to voice him for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, Paul's got
yes.
some voice acting experience. You saw him do some little Boba action earlier, and Old Man Ernie.
And I'll take it.
Our favorite role yet. Old
Yeah.
Man Ernie. Like, bye,
Yo.
Paul.
We need a like a caricature or something, and then I could just cut to it for my screen, and then Old Man Ernie and Lil Boba will just argue back and forth.
Ask and you shall receive. Watch, somebody's gonna send it to you immediately.
I look over and Ernie's just like scribbling on an iPad. And I want a
wish
jetpack. And
Cat Chin brings up a really good point there in the comment section there. If you want to throw that up there, Sure.
This-
I thought it was interesting that the senators they showed in favor of the bill were non-human, and the senators against were human or human presenti, i.e., Chuchi. So, yeah, and then that's the follow-up to Cap saying, considering what the Empire will do to non-humans soon enough. So it's an interesting point there that she does make, and something that is that's a recurring theme that the Empire does have a humanoid or human bias to it, right? Like you don't see Rhodians serving in the Empire, at least as bridge officers or anything like that. It's kind of like that human only club, right?
Mhm.
So it is interesting that the senators that they do have pushing for this new conscription bill, which is the other thing. Like they're not saying, "Oh, we're just going to form." They're going to draft.
Right.
They're going to draft other people to make this army. It's not like, "Hey, volunteer." It's like, "No, you, and you. This is part of your duty. Come with us, or suffer the consequences." Right? And usually they only do that during a time of war. And I love that debate. It's the whole thing is like that was during a time of war. We're not at war anymore. The war is over.
Mhm.
So why are we talking about building another army? And we don't have a plan for the guys we do have. Like it was a really, really cool scene, I think, writing wise. The fact that, and you can see the bias against the clones where they see them as completely disposable. Nobody was really thinking of the rights. These are beings that fought and served and sacrificed, millions of them,
Mhm.
on their behalf. And then once they sort of serve their purpose, they want to be they want to get rid of them like trash. And so I think those are really, really cool themes that they're exploring here in the show.
Yeah. Well, this is also one of those episodes where, there were a few in the past where we're like, oh, this one wasn't really for us, but I get it. This is a kid's show or kids centric or targeting that demographic. But when you think about the topics in this one, it's like,
Oh,
I don't
I
think
made
this
that
one's for
point.
us. This one's for us.
I had made that point too on another show as well, Kev, of what Paul said last time really stuck, and he was right and everything about that. But then thinking of this one as a kid watching this, I would be a kid like, what the heck? What is going on? Like all the politics and the running back and forth and why and what she's fighting for. I couldn't pick this up as a kid.
Yo, she says to these clones, I'm going to get you a pension plan. If I was a kid, I'd be asleep.
Yeah.
A pension plan for clones? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what any of this stuff means. That's young me talking.
So,
but
for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
At that point, though, I love when this type of stuff does happen and we get this more because it really hits home on a lot of subjects for a lot of people, in real life or what they're going through or anything like that. So it's cool when it's addressed in this manner and she wants to fight for him. And at first, like, they want to go against her, and then they all like step up like, wow, she is really trying this. Because then we've already seen a little bit further into this, right, when we saw the one there on the Obi-Wan series and was asking for change and everything,
right?
So it really is like, man, there really is nobody out there for them. So I liked it. I do like the politics in this one.
I guess there was no pension. We already know the outcome of that one.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be honest, we know we know the clones disappear. They're all gone basically. By the time the original trilogy rolls about, they're just mentioned in passing. I fought during the Clone Wars. So
what's that, Mike? Late night alum. Ryan says they were white humans. Chuchi is not white. She's blue, like the milk.
Chuchi.
Yes, but she goes to the bar and to try and let the clones know she's fighting for them. She's trying to convince them like what happens when you're too old to fight? And that's when it kind of really clicks for them. And then they and it's sad when that one clone is just like, that's not a scenario we're trained to think about. It's like, damn, they're literally like, bred for war, and they're just seen as disposable instruments. So
I love her response though too, where she says, maybe it's time to start thinking about it then.
Yeah.
And that gives them all a moment of pause, and they're like, oh yeah, she's right.
Mhm.
You know, and let's get together. What should we do? Should we listen to the blue-skinned person? What's a pension? I don't know. So I think it's and it's good that somebody's advocating for them. I really do. I love that idea that they are somebody's advocating for them to give them, you know, because as much as we forget, so I forget sometimes that the clones, like because they're so different in the Bad Batch and in Omega as well. It's like, oh yeah, she's a clone too. Right. Keep forgetting that. And so like their rights reflect her rights as well. And so she's got skin in the game for that. So
John Takis has a great point. To me, Star Wars is greater than the sum of its parts. Adult themes, kid themes, world building, it enriches the whole epic story. Absolutely. Something for everyone. All right. Whoops. Wrong hand. Wrong screen. There we go. Okay, so as she's leaving, Slip tells Senator Chuchi that, you know, Rampart is lying to you. He's lying to your face. I was on the ship. Well, he doesn't say it right away. This part. He says, go look into this one clone's number. He's very vague about it. And CT-0409, I believe, which was Cade. And so she's on this mission to find out what happened to that clone. And Slip is, you know, he's scared. He's on the run. He's on the lam. He calls for help. Puts in a call to
someone.
Not going to say who.
Hey, you know, and that, yes, just call on Hannibal. Dun, 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 dun. On that part though, too, you know, it was crazy to me is here she is fighting for their rights and what can we do for you guys? And you need sponsorship as well, too. And immediately as he says that he's a bad guy, that Rampart's a bad guy, she was like, why would you say that? She didn't even believe him, like at first. Like,
oh, he's got everyone fooled.
Yeah, and I caught that right away. Like you're here fighting for these dudes, and one comes up to you and immediately says something. You're like, whoa, don't be accusing somebody. Like, why would you say that? So, you know, that was crazy too.
That's because of what we've seen, right? Like we've seen, like we have. It's the privilege of being the audience that we see all the shady stuff that Rampart's up to that maybe the average person doesn't see.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah. Lucky Gordon.
Okay, so Kat says, yeah, that's his number to see where he was stationed. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense too. Makes more sense. Chuchi goes to confront, well, kind of not really confront, but she's kind of feeling him out, Rampart, to see after she's just learned from this clone that, you know, saying that Rampart's been deceiving everyone. She goes into his office and starts asking questions. She's like, oh, how come you survived the storms? The cover story is that storms took out the cities on Camino. And she's asking him, oh, what happened to you? How come you got lucky? He goes, oh, I happened to be away on a training mission. But she's asking many questions, and it makes Rampart uneasy. And then she get a coded message to meet the droid in the alleyway. It was Bale, and this is the part where, you know, more of the espionage and politics start to kick up. It's like, oh, follow the money, and you'll see where everything goes. And don't you think it's you know, these cities are built to be submersible and they've withstood thousands of storms, but all of a sudden it gets taken out right when they want to pass this bill. So Bale is just very cautiously putting some information out there. What did I have written down? Oh yeah, here we go. I thought this was going to be a new mask for Crosshair at first.
I thought it was Crosshair too. Yeah, I really did.
Yeah. Well, right at the beginning when they showed after he knocked the guy's hat off, Cade's hat off, and they cut back to him. The TV was dark and it was during the daytime, so I didn't get a clear look. I thought it was Crosshair. It's like, it's Crosshair. That's his helmet. And it wasn't until this scene was like, oh, it wasn't him. It was a different helmet. So Yeah, I totally thought it was Crosshair because it's something
Mm-hmm.
Crosshair would do.
Yeah, and he's been trying to get back into the game, right?
Yeah.
Trying to, I guess, lead a team or do more missions. So it makes sense that he would do more assassinating for Rampart.
Yeah.
He missed like a lot. Okay, fine. Crosshair
He
wouldn't
missed
have
like a
missed.
lot. Still thought so.
Yeah, Crosshair can shoot down the barrel of a tank. He doesn't miss. Who the hell's this? Oh, right. So
I thought you were ad-libbing or something like that's what
my
she was saying.
That would be Slip. And that's Senator Chuchi standing over his corpse.
his corpse after he's lost his hat also. So eventually
Look when he got shot. Do clones have like vital organs in the the shoulder?
in the
Oh my
armpit.
God, Paul, I was waiting to ask you this.
Right?
Because I was the same way. Do you think that this is a Disney thing because it's a cartoon that we can't show a kill, in the chest? Because all
Maybe.
of these in this whole episode is the shoulder.
But show it
Everybody
off
who
camera.
dies is to the shoulder.
Show it
Never
off
even-
camera then, because I think Clone Wars had a lot of a lot of kills where it wasn't in frame, right? You don't need to, or you'd show them just their feet in front of the subject.
Yeah, I don't know. Like in universe, if you could make up some mumbo jumbo about the energy transfer from the blast hitting there, sending a shockwave through, stopping his heart, yada yada yada. I
Okay.
guess. I mean, it's pretty. And it's interesting that you bring up that point. It is a kids show,
Yeah.
so maybe.
I
And
wanna
it
see
makes sense,
guts.
too. It's like they want to shoot human on human violence is. I guess it's frowned upon in Disney because when they were fighting the Trandoshans, it was like, open up, shoot those lizards. So if it's a non-humanoid human sort of species that they're shooting, then the Bad Batch can use full out blaster bolts. But if it's against clones, it's a whole, well, they don't want to kill their brothers, so they'll use their stun bolts, which are the circles, and yet they'll shoot down or use a cannon. Like they shot down those two later on. I'm spoiling it. Spoiler alert.
I had that screenshot too.
Yeah. They'll shoot down vehicles with clones in them.
Yeah, because you don't
Thus
see
killing
the
them.
person
But
inside.
you don't see them frying inside. Or
It
whatever.
was an unmanned drone.
Exactly, right? So
He's
yeah,
sleeping.
there's that whole. I mean, you look at that and you go, okay, I get it. It makes sense now because it's like what age range is going to be watching this, and the younger ones might be a bit violent for them, seeing some guy getting shot in the chest. So
Well, Rampart sends that assassin clone to kill Slip, and also has the order now license to kill on Chuchi as well. So she's able to locate Slip, and he realizes if you can find me, they can find me too. He's waiting for his evacuation, and he gets taken out. And like we said, shot in the shoulder. And I did notice later on when Chuchi's personal guard, takes her to cover, and they're opening the door to the factory. He gets shot like, I don't know, in the groin or something, and he's still able to close the door and
Right.
kind of protect her for a little bit. So groin shots, non-lethal, chest and above, dead. But yeah, or plot line, depends where you get shot in the story.
I didn't notice that. Wow.
But ultimately, she gets rescued by Captain Rex, who had heard the gunfire because he was on the way to help Slip, and he saves Chuchi and captures the clone with a stun shot. And I'm just catching up on the comments right now. We've seen clones and other sentients get shot center mass before Siege of Mandalore goes. Yeah, Siege of Mandalore was... That's when, if you were watching as a kid, you became an adult in that scene or in that story arc. And it's revealed to be another clone. And they tie him up. I like this part. This is, I'm assuming, like, it's the garage of those sisters from
the Martinez sister.
Yes.
No.
And
Yeah,
he says
that's awesome.
they're away for now. What? How did that end? How did their story end in Clone Wars? Do you remember, Yoko?
Well, we've seen them again. Didn't we see them in Bad Batch season 1? We saw them somewhere.
I thought so.
Yeah,
Did
where
we?
they helped
What were
out.
they
Yeah.
doing?
I think so. I think they're helping the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
He says they're gone. Hey, I had a question for you guys. Why do you
Yeah.
think everybody can recognize Rex?
Oh
Right
my
away.
God, get out of my head, Ernie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she knew it right away, right? She's like, Captain Rex.
Everybody. I don't
Rex.
get that. Like, what is it about Rex that everybody, Captain Rex, Captain Rex, Rex, like everybody knows immediately? Like, what is it?
Is it his hair?
I don't know.
Maybe.
The hair
Somebody had
color?
said
'Cause it's
that.
blonde?
His,
I know,
how
somebody
he,
had
how he
said that.
carries himself.
I guess, right? But then you think about all those clones, right? Another clone has to have the blonde M&M hair. Somebody has to have it. I don't know, man. That's I don't
maybe
get that
maybe
right
it's
away.
his scent.
Well,
He has
somebody else
he
has
wears
said that.
he wears a signature cologne.
Correct. Yeah, somebody else said that.
he's
And
also
I would take it.
he's a wanted clone though, right? Like he's wanted. So he's out of his armor. He's wearing civvies, right? Civilian clothing. And so you make that jump, right? It's a clone who isn't in uniform, who's
Mhm.
got blonde hair, or the Eminem cut.
Does he
Yeah.
even have hair here?
It's a thing.
I think it's when in the
little bit.
right, yeah. See, but I think in
Yeah.
the garage, you're right. I think they show him with hair. I think.
It's a buzz.
Maybe not. I don't
It's
know, but that's
very-
always to me is how does everybody know? And yes, Kat, you're right because he's awesome. Yes, but I mean, everybody immediately Rex, and then that puzzles me. Of what is it? He has no scars. No tolerance to. I don't think so. Unless you
I
were
don't
trying to
think
say
that's what I said.
cologne. Yeah,
Cologne.
you're missing some
Cologne.
letters.
It's spelled Cologne.
Like baloney.
Yes. Well,
Is he
that's with an A at
wanted?
the end. Yeah, no, he isn't presumed KIA because they didn't find a body. Like when Vader goes that final scene, he finds Ahsoka's lightsabers. Ahsoka's body's not there. Rex's body isn't there. They've got all the other graves. So the smart play is that they survived, and so they are wanted.
But also, I think I don't remember all the episodes with Senator Chuchi and Clone Wars, but I'm assuming she and Rex have crossed paths before, so it's not.
Okay.
Did Yoko freeze? Or is it me?
I think she's frozen.
Are you guys still there? You're still
I'm
there.
still here.
Okay.
I am.
Yoko's in complete
We
shock.
lost Yoko. I think Larry cut her stream. He said enough of this. He did, and he's like, "Do it, Lucy." And she pulled it.
He was butt flossing with the camera cable, and it came loose. Well, we'll wait for Yoko to come back,
Okay.
and as they're interrogating this Frozo, stupid, right? As they're interrogating this clone assassin who has no distinguishable markings or anything, he doesn't give them much. He says he just bites the Star Wars version of a cyanide pill,
Which was a callback to Mandalorian season 2. The Titus Welliver, who played the Imperial officer
yes
on the ship that Bo-Katan and her crew they hijack.
Yes.
He shoots the crew, tries to crash the ship, and he bites into that cyanide tablet. So again, another in-universe continuity thing.
This is a cool looking design too with the helmet. Also, we're getting a toy of this, right? I hope.
It was cool, right? How Rex stared at it, like to figure out who is
Yeah.
this and what happened, and then he, hits the button and it goes back.
I thought he was trying to figure out how to open the thing.
Guardian. Yeah, it was cool. And then I'm looking at the armor and the chest plate's a little bit different. And I don't know that this is crazy to hear of an assassin clone with no, what did they say? No way to the markings or their number or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, how did he know that right away too?
He checked his clothes. when he was knocked out or under
Is there a
his
number on their
clothes.
chonies? I think so.
It says like Wednesday CT.
Yeah. Yeah, there it was. Yeah, that pill or whatever. That's crazy.
All right, so yeah, Phil Lamar, Bail Organa. Oh, they doubled up some characters for these actors.
Yeah, man. This D. Bradley Baker guy does like all the voices.
Only gets paid for one?
It's messed up.
Yeah, so this is Ernie, this is not the same
No, it's not.
as Omega.
I know. I had to
screenshotted it.
check. Yeah, I had to check because I did, dude. At times it was really hard. Well, I mean, we'll see that next episode. Again, this was an episode without the Bad Batch, a lead up.
Yeah. I checked too to see who the voice actor was. She's apparently
See?
Canadian.
So
Canadian.
that's okay.
American.
Sometimes they do that.
Yeah, it's okay to be
Like,
Canadian.
no.
What?
Not having the stars of the show, Boba Fett. It's all right. You got to give other people a chance in your show. So
To
see,
bring those ratings up. Well, we were debating whether or not we should have a break between the two episodes. Yoko says, "Be right back." Her power flickered, so I'm assuming
oh, that sucks.
She lives on an
Either.
island.
Yeah.
must be some kaiju activity or something around there
Whoa.
in the waters. No, but we'll see if she's coming back or we can get started on episode 8. I'll catch up with the chat real quick. Ryan says we'll get a Hot Toys of Suicide clone before Paul.
They already
That's
have the
nice.
molds, so it would be easy for them to do that, right? It's
When
like
you
the
pulled-
Axe Woves. They have
When
the
you
armor.
pulled that
it's
Axe
from
Woves
paint.
autograph card,
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, not at you,
Yes,
with
were.
you,
With you.
with you.
At
With
with.
you.
It's all a rich tapestry.
A Gordon Rex. Wow, really skipping words there. A Captain Rex spinoff, I think would be a cool show. But
I
it'd
do
be kind of
too.
like Bad Batch, doing missions here and there.
But I'm down.
Yeah. Where's Tick? Oh, poor Yoko.
She probably needs to reset her router.
Oh, Ernie's got you, Yoko. He says
I'm
reset your
telling you
router.
right now.
Iron Man-esque helmets. They do have their numbers embedded in their wrist. Are they all tattooed?
Is that what it is?
She says, my Wi-Fi doesn't want to work now. You can try joining with your phone, Yoko, but then,
Yeah. Eat up your data.
And yes, I looked it up on the Google. Jennifer Hale plays voices Bastilla in Knights of the Old Republic. Cat, fun fact, 0409 Slip's number, if you look at the corresponding Clone Wars Season 4, Episode 9, it's Plan of Descent in the Umbara Arc, clones questioning and defying orders. That can't be. That's crazy. That's like those Spider-Man callbacks in like the MCU. Anytime there's a license plate, it's like a callback to a Spider-Man episode. Jennifer Hale is a fan of Paul. Can we fact check this?
That's news to me.
Who's not? Who's not a fan of Paul? He's gonna cut to Lil Boba or Anna.
I'm not.
It's okay. All right. So we have one episode away from the Bad Batch, but they're back in episode 8. Truths and Consequences. There's Anna. There it is. Nailed it. I couldn't find a English stream of this episode, so I had to watch it in Spanish. But here there are subtitles. That's why all the screenshots will have subtitles. And I brushed up on a little Spanish throughout this episode. It was great.
What site did you watch this on?
Don't worry about it.
No.
Like you turn around and when Omega says hello, it's like hola. I'm like, oh, it's like watching Dora.
Can you say Bad Batch? Bro, I'll send you my password, bro. If all of my damn kids and a whole college is watching Disney Plus, then
No,
you
it's
can
not
watch
that.
it
It's
too.
this. It's the screenshotting. I have Disney Plus.
Oh, in order to screenshot. Yeah, you're right. Okay, you got it. I was gonna say.
Paul, have you seen this thing going around with Netflix? They're like,
Oh yeah,
Netflix
is for one household.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
for
a
people
lot
who
of
are
people
sharing.
posting they're really mad, so they're canceling the subscriptions to it. I'm like, all right. I mean, like, I
So-
get it. It's like, no, we can't
I
have.
don't-
What do you mean we can't
I
have
don't think
15
they
people
are.
accessing this account?
Yeah.
You know
I know.
that's I kind of like. Well, we pay for it. We pay for the 4K Netflix stupid thing. But the only thing that would piss me off is if I'm on the road, right? If I'm traveling,
Yeah.
and I want
Yeah.
to watch it while I'm on the road, and they'll charge me extra for that. It's like, really? Because
Do they send like a verification thing?
I don't know.
I do.
have
It
no
hasn't
idea.
started yet.
Yeah.
There's all this talk of everything that it's going to be.
Right.
So we'll have to see. Hey, while we're on our intermission, real quick, Paul. Speaking of Netflix, Corinne's excited, hoping that through Avatar you get some of your own merch because they have this there.
Ooh,
This is a
Nice.
backpack, and she's like, "Paul better get his own bag so I can get
Wait,
one."
was that a picture of a backpack or a
Yeah.
hand-sized backpack? Because you made it so close I couldn't.
And then there's
oh, that's
one.
cool.
We'll just get all the Iro merch and then customize it into a Carson
Right?
Teva.
That's cool.
So
Bossing say, the white
hopefully,
Lotus tea shop. Ah, yeah.
Well,
hopefully, Hot Topic will be the spot, and we get some Paul merch.
Paul merch. All right. We cut back to. Sorry, Yoko. We're moving ahead, or you can join
Okay.
through your phone. Join through your phone. All right. We
tried
cut
to
back
stall.
to the Bad Batch on their ship, and I think it's funny. You know, we talked about the end of episode 6, kind of like Omega kids emulating other kids and what they do. You know, praying to the tree and all that. So she's trying to meditate on the ship like a Jedi, and she tries to tell Echo to try too, and he's like, "Oh, I've had enough of that." And you remember when he was held captive, being used like Matrix style, but not using his body for energy. They were just using his brain to like predict clone strategies, military strategies. And he's like, "If it wasn't for the Bad Batch, I'd still be there."
It's
And
crazy.
yeah, right. If you think about that and the
Yeah.
things he's been saying the last 3 episodes, like we know what kind of stuff is going on out there in the galaxy. Like we could be doing more. It kind of foreshadows like what happens at the end of this episode. And as I'm saying it, I realized I don't think I got the screenshots for the end of it.
Oh, Kevin.
Really? That's awesome.
Well, I mean, I remember what happens, but yeah, I don't think. Oh shoot! Yeah.
Seeing her in the meditating pose, are they just trolling us to say that she's going to get the force sensitive stuff, or is it there when she says I can't do it like Gunji does? But I mean, what do you guys feel?
I think it's a red herring.
Yeah,
Just to throw
I
us
don't
off?
think she's force sensitive because, you know, she says it's not working. It's not
Yes.
working. Well, what are you
Right.
expecting from it? Is the other thing. And, you know, I think Echo says, well, you're not a Jedi,
right.
right? So
Right.
that's why it didn't work. You're not a Jedi. Like, but what is she? I guess my question is, what is she trying to accomplish with the meditation? And what is it about that isn't working? Right? If she's trying to find inner peace, if she's
You're
trying
right,
to,
yeah.
you know, like it all depends on what she wants to get out of it, right? So, but I think it's a bit of a red herring myself. I think we discussed this last week.
Yeah.
She's very empathetic. She's very sensitive to other people. Like, so she's, you know, almost empathic in that sense. She's very, very aware, self-aware. And so that's why she can sense things are a little bit off. She picks up on different cues or clues in the environment, like hearing a Wookiee scream in the background, right?
Mhm.
Something's going on. It's not because she has the force, it's because she heard him. right? So
Right.
it's things like that. But yeah, I think she's far more interesting if she's not force sensitive in my mind. But that's just me.
No, I agree with you. Like that, where she said she couldn't get it, and he says the whole Jedi thing and everything. So I do. There's official screenshots.
Well, they post pictures, I guess. Like 2 days after the episode airs, they're like, Star Wars Instagram account. Here's all the things that you didn't watch in 24 hours. So we're going to show you in your face. Luckily, I remember to watch when Paul messages me. He's like, oh my God, did you watch today yet? Like
I thought it
Wednesday
was
morning.
good.
Yeah.
I had not remembered.
That's the thing. I had been forgetting too, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, damn.
Mhm.
Right. 2 episodes of the Bad Batch.
And
then I saw them and was like, oh my God. And messaged you
Yeah.
guys right away.
Yeah. This week, actually, that took precedence over, took priority over The Last of Us, which has been, I was crying earlier today from TV. But while they're on the Marauder, they get a call from Captain Rex. This is something we saw in the trailers, I believe. And he's like, can I get you guys for a mission? And then this is the part that I was learning some words in Spanish. Coruscant is also Coruscant in Spanish, if you didn't know. So they go, the mission is to head to Coruscant. It's an extraction mission. They have to go, well, they don't know yet. We'll get there. But they reach there, they're introduced to Senator Chuchi, and this is where she looks at Omega, and Omega goes, "Hola." But they show the clone in this weird like coffin body bag thing. Is it preserving the body, but it has a window? Like,
We've seen this before because
I
they
know,
had
but
that,
it just looks so cool.
yeah, they try to they lured a Jedi,
The
a couple
Jedi.
Jedi
Yes.
to there with the bones of a Jedi master in there. It's like, oh my God,
Mhm.
like we have to go save her, and it's like they have her body preserved in one of these stasis coffins.
Mhm.
Is it the exact same thing? I feel like the Jedi one had like glowing lights and things around it, but with
You-
the
you
face
pay more
window
for it.
still.
It's very
okay.
reminiscent. I mean,
Yeah.
It does-
is it the exact same thing, Kevin?
It's the same model.
Probably not. Is it close enough for rock and roll? My brief memory, yes.
Well, not only that, but the girls just had one in their garage laying around.
Well,
Oh, that too. What were they up to? Whoa, Ernie.
I was just saying, because you do.
Oh
I
my
thought
God.
just like Paul, we've seen this, that when they use the Jedi in the body and we've seen this in the story, and it's a downgraded model, but at the same time, I'm like, wait, he's just chilling in the garage. They had one in the garage? That's like somebody like,
They had to take
I-
another body out.
right, I got a casket in my house. Oh, you do? Never
Oh,
know.
God.
well,
Never
it
know.
is in a seedier part of town, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. Hey, what if that's like a deep freezer with a window?
Yeah.
It's not meant for corpses. It's like,
Yeah.
look, let's put all our groceries in there.
There's
And there's a
bantha
window
meat
so we
under
can see
there.
what we have. And it's like, oh,
They-
let's put his body in there instead.
They open the window on the wrong end, and it's just boxes of ice cream. They're like, "Oh, the other side,"
Yeah.
and then it's the guy's face.
Is ice cream made out of frozen blue milk? I mean, blue milk? Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Have to be.
absolutely. Oh, Yoko had
Star
to
Wars ice
restart
cream.
her modem.
Oh my god.
Then she has to restart her computer, and then now her computer is updating. That's my biggest nightmare on every stream. It's like, I better not get an update. It's okay, Yoko. You'll be back in time for the outro, I hope. Okay, so Chuchi tells them about the plan. She wants to expose Rampart for what happened on Camino, and she needed Slip to testify. But then, of course, the Bad Batch are like, "Hey, we were there too." But then they can't really testify because, as Hunter notes, they're deserters, so they wouldn't even listen to them. Probably wouldn't even make it alive to some sort of testimony court thing. I'm at a loss for words. Clearly, I need to watch more Star Wars to learn more court words. But so the new plan is they have to court words. They have to go on board the Rampart's ship because there is a backed up copy of the log that was saved there, and that's what the Bad Batch has been tasked to do, to extract that information, get it to Chuchi, because the vote on the bill for the defense recruitment bill is the next day, so they've got to get in there, and Rex knows a way. Yoko says, I just switched my phone back to Wi-Fi and it seems to be working, so hopefully I'll be back in just a minute. All right. Sounds good. Oh, right, because of the bill goes to vote tomorrow. And this is turning into like a, I don't know, like a drug money show. They're like killing witnesses and follow the money, follow the money, and then you'll see who the politicians are, who's being bought by the cartel, things like that. I really liked it. That assassins like killing senators and stuff, or trying to. But Bale tips Chuchi off to a former senator who was reassigned. She was the former senator for Camino. Her name was Halle, not Halle Berry.
I was gonna say
with a B,
Halle
though.
Berry too.
Didn't it?
Bertoni. There it
Bertoni.
is. Bertoni. She was in charge of the money. She had sight of the money that was being used for Camino, and she was. They say that she was fired, right? But probably because she knew too much. She knew that the money was being diverted, and she's there to. She doesn't seem to care that her planet, all the cities got blown up. She's like, oh, there's only a few Kaminoans elsewhere in the galaxy. Like, they're not my problem, which is crazy. And then that causes Omega to speak up. She's like, yo, I'm a clone. Like, these are my people too. You should care about this.
Question.
Yes, Ernie.
Thank you.
May I go to the bathroom?
Wasn't she? Aren't they supposed to be hiding? And here she is, like exposing herself again as a clone and special and everything. I thought like they're supposed to be hidden, and she literally was like all. Finish my drink.
They're like,
I'm from
I'm gonna
there
go
too. I'm a clone.
Well, one
Wasn't it?
thing, she's a little bit older now, so her appearance has changed slightly. Coruscant is the last place they would think to look for them, especially in the Senate chamber.
Okay.
She doesn't have that little necklace thing that she had in season 1, so that changes her look completely on her head.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I mean, it's one of those hiding in plain sight type things. I would have thought Rampart would have gone
right.
Yeah, she looked right at him. It's like,
Yeah.
So,
She really did. And then she says we were there when she
Yeah.
says, that was my home too. And
Yeah.
we all saw it. Okay, then can't you
yeah,
talk about it? It was just I found that very strange.
Yeah.
I'm a clone. That's my home. And it's like, girl, you're supposed to be quiet.
yeah.
So I don't know.
The other thing that got me was, so for the Camino and Tapoca City, was that the only city on the planet? Did all the Caminoans live there? Because they say all our
Right.
people are wiped out. It's like, so they all lived on the one. Like, I mean, it's a big planet, right? Like,
Yeah.
our planet has thousands of cities. The population has been spread out a little bit, but they only had that one city where they all live. For me,
I feel like there's multiple cities, but I'm sure Kat will have
yes.
the answer for
Cat
us
will know.
shortly.
Tell us, Cat.
In Cat, we trust. But yeah,
But it is
I
one of
really
those
don't
things
think
where
it's
it's
one
like-
cities.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it sounds like they were all wiped out. Like, I know the cloning facilities were wiped out for sure, and that's a big city. But
Tommy. Okay. You
If
guys
Leia
win.
can hide in Obi-Wan's overcoat, Omega can get by unnoticed. It's like, look at that officer. He's lower half is hella thick. No, it's another child hiding under his
Yeah.
garb. Yoko's
I-
island is one city.
yeah, but not for the whole planet. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's not
Yeah.
for the whole planet. Like, your city isn't the only city
Yeah.
on the whole planet.
Mhm.
So if your island gets blown up, there's nobody left on the planet. Like, that's the point that I'm trying to make. Because they make it sound like all the Kaminoans are gone, right? Senator Bertoni, Bertoni. She's saying, they're all gone. There's a few around, but I don't care about them. It's like, wow.
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
So
I'm good.
I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting thing. Could be so. If it's so, all right. Interesting choice.
It's the
There should be. So and that's the thing.
city.
Cat says it's a capital city. So then what happened to the other cities? Were they destroyed in this cataclysmic storm as well? Like, did Rampart actually go through and went, now let's move to the next city and get rid of any sort of witnesses whatsoever and raise the entire planet? Go, there was this big ass planetary storm that wiped them all out. Let's have a moment of silence while the fallen Fett recounts us with another story of his coins. Right?
And
Yoko,
this one.
when was the last time you restarted your computer, Yoko? Still updating. She's on like Windows 95 still.
Yeah, and she's staring at it like this right now. Windows 11. What is this?
And then you don't know what's going to break. Last week, I turned my computer off. I restarted, and I had no sound. I had to reinstall my audio drivers, and then I had to reinstall drivers for the headphones to work, which is insane. And then now I can't even pair Bluetooth headphones, so I don't even know why it's that.
Well, she's got an oh no.
Well, remember my whole deal was mine was 3 weeks old and it broke.
Nah, that's because you tried to insert coins into the disk drive or something.
That's not what it was.
And you're like, scan these coins.
Yoko's locked out of her. It's not accepting her pass. I hate that.
Oh no.
And she's gonna redo it and it's gonna say can't use same password. Oh no.
It's ridiculous.
Melu Run 0505 is the password, Yoko. That's what it is. There you go. Here's the tech support people. Did you try password? As password. I think the Halle Berry kind of reacted. I mean, she is an alien. I don't know what kind of reaction we would have been looking for, but when she was like, "I'm a clone," she kind of
call her Halle Berry.
Yeah, it's just easier. She kind of had a facial reaction, or I'm just maybe saying that to explain this random screenshot that I have. She looks
like
surprised.
Earthworm Jim.
Really?
Kinda.
I like that she dissed Lama Su in the process of this. And so she eventually says, follow. They're looking after the money because she already knows. She's like, you already know Rampart took the money. You already know. But Ernie, you're right. They're like, you're supposed to be low key. You're this secret clone. Oh, I'll just join the senator and go get evidence. And they're like, okay, that's probably safer than recovering the evidence.
Yeah, it was just I just felt it weird. But Paul's right. Hiding in plain sight and everything.
Yeah, Kaminoans don't have great. Well, they have great poker faces, probably. I didn't get screenshots of every step the Bad Batch took to get on board the ship. It was a fun adventure though to see them go through tunnels and jump on the ship and commandeer this droid piloting this kind of this little ship that they had. But I do recall when Tech was telling them to jump off the ship and he says now. And in Spanish, he's like, "Ahora!" And I'm like, "Yes, I knew that one." So, definitely brushing up on my Spanish. This is a screenshot. I think the ships were flying, and they had a bunch of plans they initiated, and they're like, "Get on the guns and take down our brothers." There's no stun on these cannons, so these guys are dead.
They are dead.
Dead. Took them out in the ships. This is just a beautiful shot of the underside of the ship, and I like their escape plan was just to kind of tilt it off to the side and take the escape pods. They recovered the files, and just like Yoko has recovered her files.
Am I here? Hello? Is everything
You're
working?
here. Hit the thumbs up. It helps Yoko's computer. Go computer, go fast now.
So this is what happened. I just switched to my regular streaming computer because I usually just jump on my work computer. But what had happened was this will be shorter than the coin story, I promise.
That's messed up.
in the 2.5 years I've had my work computer, I use this like really long password. And last week I was like, you know what? I'm going to finally change this password to something shorter to type in, because it's always at my home anyway. So I changed it, and then something errored when I changed the password, and neither password, my old password or the new password, won't work. So I've been doing the Touch ID thing, but with the updates that it was just going through, it said password required to enable Touch ID.
Oh shit.
So I don't know how to. I'm sure there's a way. Maybe someone can tell me, but on a Mac, how do I reset my password without knowing the password? There's got to be a way, right?
That's like an
Right?
Ernie type question.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do I reset my password without resetting my password?
Anyway, I just gave up and went to my other computer, which I should have just done, but I thought it would be a quick fix,
Did you have anything to add from everything that we've talked about so far, other than you finished your drink?
I don't think so. What did I just say I agreed with in the chat?
You didn't know why she showed herself as well too.
Yeah, when she said she was when Omega revealed herself to be a clone, I was like, should you be just volunteering that information just like that? And I was trying to remember if Rampart knew about her. Maybe he didn't know about her.
I don't.
Right? Like they knew about
possible.
he wanted the Bad Batch, but I don't know if he knew that this little girl was running around with them.
No, they wanted the asset because remember the Bad Batch broke her out of
the
season
Kaminoans
one?
wanted her, but did Rampart? I don't
Season
know.
one was a long
I
time
just couldn't
ago.
remember. Yeah,
Did the Empire know about her?
they might not have.
Fair point.
Cat.
We're
Cat's
going to
part of the
Cat
show now. Sorry, Ernie.
Yeah.
You're
What
ahead.
do you got, Cat?
Cat
We're gonna
thanks.
send it over to our researcher.
Yeah.
Right?
What
Our
you got
fact
there,
checker.
Cat? Let me know. If it's something to do with coins, count me in.
Season 3 Boba Squadron, Cat and Larry's butt.
Oh my god!
Let us know.
Okay, so they take the escape pod, and go back through the tunnels, and all the while Chuchi's there with the Senate. She's accusing Rampart to his face in front of everybody, and the suspense is building. We're gonna get the information there on time. You have no proof. She's accusing him of diverting funds from Camino right before it blew up. Kat says, I don't think Rampart knew about Omega. I wondered too. There you go. They were in the same room when they told him there was 4. He assumed it was Echo. When he told them
Or
there
5,
was
right? Or
5? I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, irrelevant at this point because but they end up getting the proof, and they play the hologram playback, the replay crew in the Senate. And Halle Berry refers to Rampart. She's like, it doesn't matter about Rampart. He's just a cog in the machine. And there's no better proof of that or example of that than what happens next. You can't spin this, right? So who comes out? This guy.
That was so cool.
Right?
Like
So
that whole
amazing.
the uproar, everything, and you hear the alarm bells go off,
So amazing.
and you know it's him, and everybody goes silent. I love that part. And this shot right here, he's so creepy looking. It's amazing. And he sells that
intimidating.
snake oil. He sells the snake oil. He thanks. He lets the blue horn dude, can't remember his name, sort of say, it's clear that we did have somebody, Admiral Rampart was a rogue element. And then he's like, yes, thank you, Senator Chuchi. And then he just flips the narrative.
Yeah.
And railroads and he had this contingency plan the entire freaking time.
The entire time.
Yeah. He knew.
I mean,
So-
the way that like this plays out, and it's like, oh, this was his plan all along, is streets ahead of somehow Palpatine survived. It's like you can get this writing on the show and then on the movie. It's like somehow Palpatine survives. Like, God damn it. So I feel like there's got to be an animation in the future where they're like, the episode is going to be called Somehow Palpatine Survived, and it's just like dives deeper into all the cloning or all that stuff in Mando.
It's coming.
Kind of explains it, right? That's what Clone Wars did. That's what Rebels is. It's like filling in kind of these holes that weren't in the original trilogy. But he flipped it around. They're like, Rampart was responsible, but he wasn't the only person. He wasn't acting on his own. These clones, the fact that these clones under his command so blindly followed orders,
Right,
shows that like, we don't need these people. We're gonna pass the bill. This is the best time to pass the bill. I'm like, this guy's on a whole different level. Like, I felt like the Bad Batch at the end when they were standing around. They're like, but we did the right thing, and we still lost. It's like we were being played the whole time. Like he wanted us to do this, to expose Rampart.
Amazing.
Insane. But what a nice spin on this story, right?
Bro, he introduced Imperial stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole program. And because of what they thought they were showing, as far as, we're doing the right thing here, this guy's going to burn. And like you said, he's had this planned. He was right there. Yeah, Filoni is just amazing. I remember me and Paul were texting back and forth talking about all this because it was so good for you to watch the very first time. And it is to see like the announcement for me of the Imperial stormtroopers. Like here it was. Like, you just slid it right in there and you tied it all in, and that was amazing. It was cool. And then to like they even said it themselves, like, this is our fault, to put the blame on the Bad Batch. That was, wow, you just tied so much together. It was great. It was really amazing to see that. The only thing that I was questioning, I remember as Paul was, that I was like, whoa, what's going on, was that it seemed like Bale put himself out there a little too much. If he's supposed to be like behind the scenes for the Alliance, and he's the one who was like, wait, here's your evidence. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't that put a target on you?
Yeah, I think
as
so.
well,
But I think the target is already there.
what
I
you
mean,
were saying.
he went to
Yes.
the Jedi Temple during Order 66, right?
Mhm.
Like he was the only one who went there, and and they said you got to leave. It's like, and so it is, and he takes off. So they already know he's very sympathetic, or he's more sort of left leaning in the
Correct.
Senate than everybody else, right? So he plays that game masterfully, though.
Yeah, that's right. Legendary poser and Gordon, right? And that's what I'm saying is, I guess again, there it was of this man, but yeah, he ran right to there. So it was just so good. So good.
It's funny. Gordon says, Filoni has his needle and thread ready to patch up some of these plot holes, and all this time, because we've had Clone Wars for so long, that I always thought the clone inhibitor chip, it didn't click to me until recently. Like, wait, that wasn't in the original trilogy. Like, it wasn't actually mentioned. Like, it's afterwards that they kind of put that plot point in through Clone Wars. I'm like, I didn't even remember that it wasn't in the prequel trilogy to begin with. So yeah, the purpose of these shows is definitely fill in some of these plot holes.
Well, I think it's just really filling in the details, right? Like filling in the blanks, or like, because we knew that the clones had been specifically created not by Master Sifo Dyas. You knew there was an ulterior motive for them being, and that they were going to turn. And so if it makes sense that they could be cloned and created so that it's impossible for them to refuse orders, and that you could build them into so that they would turn. You're just missing the details as to, well, how could this happen, right? And then they introduce, or they talk about the inhibitor chips, and so they bring that detail in. But I think that's what Filoni is very, very good at, is propping up and filling in all the stories that make the original stories that much stronger, because now he's provided context for everything. I still maintain that the prequels movies on their own, if you didn't know any of the backstory from like any of the Clone Wars or Rebels or any of that, they're huge. They're not great movies because you have to make huge leaps in logic. And there are all these big sort of like the suspension of disbelief is large, even for a Star Wars, where you kind of go, okay, I'm not sure why this happened, but I'm kind of following it. And that's what, everybody looks back now and go, you know what? I rewatched the prequel trilogy and it wasn't as bad. It's like, no, you're just rewatching it now with the filter of all the other stuff that's been propping it up and filling
with
in
the
blanks.
additional knowledge.
Yeah. And so now it's like, oh, that's why you act that way. And that in itself, I think, is pretty brilliant writing. When you can justify the actions of a story that was told decades ago, right? And so it makes perfect sense. I think that's the skill, and through an animated show where you go, yeah, okay, so this is why all this happened. And you go, it's seamless. It makes sense. And it's almost like it was a whole plan to begin with. But, that's the power of the writing. And we're seeing it happening here now, too, because we know the clones aren't around during the original trilogy. The clone army is gone. So where did all these stormtroopers come from? And boom, here it is. Filling in those blanks. It's incredible.
So awesome.
On that note, what's some stuff that you would like answered? What's some stuff out there right now in the movies, other than somehow Palpatine returned? But is there something that you feel like needs additional detail from a show like this? Any theories from any Star Wars at the moment? I know it's kind of a big question on the spot.
Well, I think for me it's just, and they're getting to it. It's what happens to all the clones, because they're all gone, right? And I have a bad feeling about, like, I have my suspicions as to what's going to happen to them.
It feels like we're going to find out, right? Like,
Yeah.
it feels like we're going to find out this season of Bad Batch.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the episode titles
Yeah.
at the end, and it doesn't fill me with a lot of hope.
Like, I feel like this is a 2-season show.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it'll wrap it all up and go, okay, that's the story.
Yeah.
Right.
You read the titles ahead of time?
Well, they were listed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
I know they're listed. I'm not gonna go read them though. I'm scared.
Can you look at something and actively not read it?
No, I don't scroll down to.
It wasn't a scroll. It was like that graphic that I sent that had the
I had
dates
the
for each episode.
So to answer your question, yes, I can look at something and actively not read it. Not actively. It's just a talent.
Wow.
A talent.
That's crazy.
All right.
I wonder what that's like.
Taking the blue pill. Or is it the red pill? Oh, this is the last screenshot. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I figured I would do it at the end of the day, and I didn't get the rest of the screenshot. But they're back in the garage, or as Mo likes to call it, the car hole. Mr. Frenchman. And they're talking about how, Palpatine's been ahead of them the whole time. They played right into their hands. If anything, they were part of the plan, the Bad Batch, of exposing Rampart. And someone mentioned earlier, just reenact. I think Ryan Dole said reenact the last part of this episode. It takes Omega a few sentences to realize that Echo will not be rejoining or continuing on with the team, and he's going to go on with Captain Rex and do more in the galaxy, right? And she was,
maybe that's the next show.
I was going to say, I want to see that show.
The Adventures of Captain Rex and Echo. Echo and Rex.
Yeah. Maybe Cody. Maybe Cody is back with them.
Rexo.
Something has to happen to Cody. All we heard is that supposedly he left, right? But if he does, because we know the 3 that are with Rex at the end. So
who is it again? Gregor.
Wolf.
That's the crazy one, right?
Yeah.
Gregor was the crazy one.
Gregor is the crazy one.
Yeah.
It was Wolf, Gregor, and the 3 of them, right? The 3 Stooges.
Yeah.
And I said that with all
that was left part of that whole thing. So
I love the 3 Stooges.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Now
mean.
we need to know what happens to Cody and what happens to
And Captain Handsome. Let's not forget about him.
Oh, he dead.
No, we don't know
They
that.
executed him. Are you kidding me?
How dare you?
He shot that one guy who followed orders in the face and knocked his body.
We'll see
They
him
showed
again.
his body falling down the.
They made him
that
an
huge
action
shaft.
figure, Paul.
He dead.
Ah.
Captain Handsome's dead.
They reissued it with the right name. He's something. He's something to me.
That was it.
Oh, that's a shot at Carson Teva, isn't it?
I know. That's all cool. Okay.
The poetry of Rampart being arrested by clones while yelling that he was just following
Good
orders.
soldiers follow orders.
mhm.
And you know, yeah, and that's the thing, the irony. You would think they'd all kind of look at that and go, we followed orders, and that they're specifically designed to follow orders. And then Palpatine throws him under the fact that they so blindly followed the orders. It's like that's exactly what you're telling all the soldiers they're supposed to do, right? So you can't have it both ways, but he does, which is really, really interesting.
He should have just been like, blue horny guy, put me up to it.
Horny blue guy?
Blue horny.
Yeah.
Horny blue guy?
Horny
Yeah,
blue?
the guy who's blue and he's got horns.
Oh.
Oh, that dude.
Oh, did you
I
think
thought it
meant
was somebody
the
who was
clone
with
was-
Blue
I don't
Girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Twi'lek in the beginning?
I was like,
didn't have
no,
horns.
the blue girl, the Senator Blue Girl. That when you said blue horny guy, I'm like, how'd you know she was with her guards? Like,
Oh, God.
did they tell us that? Yeah. I didn't know, but there you
Well,
go.
that is the 2 episodes. I mean, they talk. I think, yeah, there were some kind of very more mature leading themes, like, you know, these clones not being presented millions of soldiers who've kind of, they're going to very, very soon age out of being able to serve for the army. And yeah, it's just, but it's still made for a very entertaining 2 episodes. I mean, Paul, when you said, oh my God, these 2 episodes are like, it's so good. Like you didn't oversell it. Like it was perfect. It was a lot of fun.
Really good.
I just wanted to, as well, take note of the fact that everybody knew that Echo's leaving except for Omega. Like nobody told her.
Yeah, they just left.
Nobody
we'll let
did,
him
right?
deal with that. It's like
And
they're all saying their goodbyes. Like they
Yeah.
all knew he was leaving, and she's like, "What?
For
What?"
every one, she said something. Huh?
Right?
What?
It's like, what's going
Goodbye.
on?
Yeah.
So,
That
like,
is for him to tell
and by
her,
the way,
though,
here's
right?
your helmet.
That was
Oh, yeah, he should have given her his helmet.
yeah. That's cool. But then again, why? So we've seen when we thought at Kashyyyk when they said they needed help, right? That something would have happened. And here again, Rex literally called it out. Like, there's a lot of people out there who need our help.
Mhm.
And you're like, okay, again, perfect chance. Everybody go, and just Echo went. So, like, at what point are they going to catch on here and actually go and be a part of something, do something? Or are we going to see our whole team get killed somehow? I mean, it's,
Well,
I don't know.
it's
Hunter. Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
no. I mean, well, technically, he isn't part of the Bad Batch, right? Like Echo has always been just sort of a normie. They called him. He's a reg, right? There's
Oh.
nothing that separates his DNA. Like the rest of the Bad Batch, they have some sort of aberrant
Special.
coding or whatever, which makes them interesting. Echo is he just got all like, you know, Borg. He got turned into
Borg.
Borg basically, right?
It's the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, the Swiss Army knifed him and this and that, but like his DNA is still that of a regular clone, and so he hasn't always kind of fit in. The only reason he fit in was because he'd been so modified that he was different. But like at his core being, he is just the regular clone, right? And he was always kind of. That's why I think he was really, really pushing for the whole. We should be doing more to help our brothers and this and that. Clone Force 99 has always been
Just
set apart.
Yeah.
A little bit set apart. So I you know, that makes sense that he's going to be going back to help Rex. I don't think it's the last. I know it's not the last we've seen of him or Rex.
Damn
or
it, Paul,
Cody.
you're good. Filoni should hire you.
So
I'm just saying.
no,
That's
I
a great
just
point.
so I think we'll see them, and it makes sense for me. That split does make sense. And we'll see, because I don't think Echo. He's the first one when Rex says, "I need, you know, I'll send you the flight path to get here safely," and he goes, "We're on our way," and it cuts to Hunter going, "All
aren't I in command here? Like it's that whole. He said they were going to be there without even conferring with anybody else. So I don't think he would be able to stay away any further, and he's not going to ask anymore for the Bad Batch, his brothers, to sort of join the ride. It's like, this isn't for you, but it's something I gotta do.
I feel like Echo had to re-find himself after he was rescued and everything. After he was refound. And he needed to find his place with the Bad Batch, right? And now I think he's more stable again.
It's got a purpose.
So he's ready to go back to OG homie Rex.
Yeah. It was a great 2-episode drop last week. I think they went well together. And one more, was it 16 episodes? And then Mando starts in 2
weeks.
2 weeks? My goodness. What are we going to do? How are we going to do this?
In 3 weeks, we'll be talking about both.
Is it also a Wednesday drop?
Oh,
I think they said March
usually it
1st.
is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it would be.
First, yeah.
So I'm going to be learning a lot of Spanish.
It's true.
How do you say this is the way? I'm sure I'll find out.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Definitely, you can't say way in Spanish, so I'm just saying, don't say that. Somebody tells you that.
Okay. Remember the clone beggar in Obi-Wan? Need to see his story, Michael? Yeah, that'd be, we brought that clone earlier.
Yeah.
See how he ends up there. Hasn't changed his clothes, still has his armor and his bucket. Didn't sell it for some money. Hey, Alfredo, thanks so much for resharing the post on Twitter. Last 2 episodes of Bad Batch made me emotional. Connection with Clone Wars season 7 episodes 1 to 4. Yeah, they're definitely tying a lot of things together. Do we want to watch Mando season 3 trailer again, or no? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The little ones that Paul, you reposted a newer one today.
Yeah, that was on the Super Bowl, I think. The Superb Owl.
Oh, is
it
that what
the
that
same
was?
scenes in a different order?
They added
they had
a split second of a different scene. Like the one that I noticed which was different was the heavy Mando opening up, because it didn't look like the Navarro gunfight scene. It looked like a different location on there, and I was like, oh, okay. And the only reason I noticed that was because somebody used it, say that it was a thumbnail on a YouTube channel. And I looked at it and I was like, what is that? Is that Navarro? Oh, that's a different location. So that's why I watched it. But that's the only sort of new little tidbit there. Oh, and there's a silhouetted shot, and I think it's Dr. Pershing in a cave or something. Like there's a shadow that he passes from the shadow into the light, but it's like a split second. But I think it's Dr. Pershing. So that'd be
one
really
of my
interesting.
questions gets answered that I wanted to know that Kevin was asking. Where does Snoke come from? And now we know he's going to be found in a cave. Yes.
Well, we already saw like the Snoke tank.
Yeah, we've seen Snoke tanks, but still. Is he just grown? Is Snoke just grown? I feel like there has to be a main Snoke.
Snoke is just like
I thought he was
Generation 1 Palpatine clones.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. That he was
so just built that way? So there is no Snoke?
I think the Emperor. Okay, this is me postulating here. I think what it is the Emperor was interested in cloning a version of himself, but with Force powers, and you couldn't do that, which is why they've been trying really hard to get Grogu and his midichlorians or whatever. And I think that's why people are speculating that they want Omega so much, that she might have some genetic features that are predisposed to having Force sensitive powers. Not to say that she is Force sensitive, but there's there's something in her genetic makeup.
Just sensitive.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where that's the golden ticket for Palpatine, to be able to create a version of himself with all of his powers still. And I think Tommy mentioned it earlier on too, right? Clones are created; they're not born with the Force, right? And so that's That's the
Mm.
key. That's what they need to unlock is how to create a force sensitive clone. And that's where all the Snokes come from. It's just like this is what happens when you try get all wrinkled up and it
And the cut
gets
in
all
the head.
pruny and the big cuts in the head and stuff. So it's like,
All right.
so
Okay. All right.
and that's my theory. That's my theory.
Add that disclaimer at the end of that.
Well, it's
Alfredo,
I like
just
and it's weird because I'm in the show, but I don't know anything because they like I only know what they share with.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not
that's
on
the
set
thing.
for every scene.
yeah, and it's not like, and they don't give me full episodes to read.
I would
It's just,
try.
these are your size. These are your lines. Learn them, and then that's
would-
it. It's so.
I would always be. Did I leave my pants here? Oh. Did
Like,
I-
they're
Swear
not
to
on your
God.
legs. You mean
No,
like or a
right,
different
yeah.
pair of pants?
I would. There would be everything. Is that my hat? Oh. Just so I can try and piece the story together myself.
Oh, is that
yeah.
my Mandalorian helmet?
Now that I
have
would
a-
walk off with. Oh.
We have
sorry.
a super chat from the very generous Alfredo. Says, I hope there's a scene with Carson Teva showing his feet. Well, he's got to walk somehow. You didn't say barefoot or not. Paul, you don't have to confirm or deny anything. I'll just speak for you.
Will we see your feet?
Are the
Shut up,
shots,
Alfredo?
are they full body shots in frame or
How
just
about the
feet?
toes?
Oh,
Toes. That's
was
Ernie's.
Boba Fett's
That's mine.
when he was
Yeah,
getting
that's exactly what I was thinking.
His big old one.
squished.
Oh yeah, the one that we thought was like broken.
His toes
to
were
the
throwing
side.
gang signs.
Oh my god. Paul, I'm gonna be so upset, dude, if you're in a scene with Boba Fett and Mando and he shows up in 3 and you get to flick his toe or something. Hey,
You
Get
don't have to
outta
worry about it.
here.
It's not.
Flick
It's
his
Commander Cody.
toe?
We all know.
it's not Cody.
Flick his toe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that
he said
toe is
flick.
just creepy. Yeah.
Yoko
Flick
heard
the
lick.
toe, man.
You sure look.
No, flick.
There's a
No.
very distinct F in there.
I wouldn't want to lick that big old toe. No, you got to flick it.
You would?
No, I would not. I said I would not.
No, those
Oh,
toes are
okay.
meant for
Jesus.
sucking. That's what he means.
Gross. No. Now we've lost all control. No. Did I tell you guys about my coin?
The
Oh,
time,
Let me tell
the
you.
one time I was in the sauna with Boba Fett, and it wouldn't let me touch his toes, so I got some coins instead, which was the style of the time.
I know Paul is channeling Grandpa Simpson right now. Like I love that we both love the Simpsons. Like I can hear it. It's like, and I was wearing an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time.
That's right.
Oh, ridiculous. I posted a quick poll in the chat for YouTube just to, kind of see
We
where
be polling?
people's excitements lay. On the weekend there was a drop for the Flash trailer, Guardians, and Indiana Jones.
Oh, I didn't see the indie one.
I don't know if it's new or not.
It
seemed like,
I didn't think so. It was real quick.
right? It looked like a lot of the same stuff. But
The
yeah, it
trailer
was some cool.
better.
I'm saying right now, I'm completely biased for the Flash because there's 89 Batman. I told Paul,
Yeah.
I was watching the trailer in the washroom, and someone had sent me the link, and then I started playing it. I'm like, oh, it's the Flash trailer. So I stopped,
And he flushed.
washed my hands, went out, and I
Oh, you
told my
did
wife,
flush.
well, just because I didn't mention doesn't mean it didn't happen. Okay, we don't need
Oh,
to see
That
what's
is-
the
that
phrase.
That is a Boba Squadron lesson.
Yeah, we don't need to see
Yes.
how the wieners are made. So you okay? So I go I go get my wife. I'm like, we got to watch this right now. And I knew it was good, momentous thing. Like it was going to be good. So I went and got my iPad and I loaded it there, slightly larger screen. Let's not get crazy, okay? We don't need a TV. And
Was
we
it a
played it.
mini?
iPad
Ed Mini?
Air.
Just a regular size one. Okay, regular.
How many
size.
coins did you have though?
How many coins?
Yeah, did you have any? I have 4.
Zeros. Zeros. You don't even know where they are.
I
But
do.
yeah,
I had to take
when-
the monorail twice.
and then I left my Boba Fett action figure on the train, and the conductor said I can't get back on. So now I'm in the lost and found.
But
I had my card, which I used to tap the machine 4 times.
I noticed my toy was picked up by the other small child. I said, "Not again, Victor." And then I chased.
Did I tell you about the time I got Sidious's lightsaber?
From a kid.
There was a man on the side of the road.
Oh man! But yeah, the moment Keaton Batman showed up in that trailer, I screamed out loud in my.
Did we
in
not
my
know
kitchen.
that? Because I feel like I knew that.
Like we knew he was going to be in it, but not
Yeah.
visually. You know,
I
you
see.
haven't.
So, like,
seen,
It's
I don't think
different
you've
when you
seen
see
something.
it.
And it seems a lot. I mean, I care less about the Flash. It was all
Yeah,
about the Batman. Like, I'm waiting for this Batman film.
This is basically
yeah.
Book of Boba Fett,
No?
the episode where Mando comes in.
The
It's like
Flash
it's
is
all
Boba
about.
Fett.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
essentially.
No.
Yeah.
But okay.
I have a hard time getting behind this film with what they did with the Batgirl movie. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's messed up.
but so it takes away some of the fun for me.
It just dropped him. But
Without
yes,
the
this
other
is-
drama, sure, it seems like a fun movie, and I feel like I would be looking forward to it a bit more, but a little salty with what they
And-
did with Batgirl.
But from what I'm hearing too, just because of just the fact that this Flash movie is supposed to be their sort of reset movie where it's resetting all of that's why they have like it's their Crisis on Infinite Earths like multiverse
Yeah.
thing where they're just going to clean up all the timelines, and because they've invested so much money into it already,
yeah,
it's just like they're going to put up, I mean, from what we're hearing is they're putting up with his antics so they can clear the board, and they're going to jettison him as well. But they need that movie to reset everything,
yeah,
and then they'll move forward with their new slate. Whereas I think the Batgirl movie, just
was done.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
done.
it's
Yeah,
done.
it was done. But it was one of those, let's write it off for tax purposes because we need to write down. We'll just take it as a complete loss.
just put it out on DVD.
Well,
or
no, but I think
some sort of streaming.
they can't make any money from it whatsoever. Because if they do, it negates that tax cut, that loss that they're taking.
Oh,
So it's all really gross. I think it's absolutely gross.
It is very
and that's a
gross.
shame. But I mean, that's it is what it is. I hate using that term.
yeah.
For me, I mean that was the whole. I have no vested interest in the Flash. Don't know the character. I don't know the DCU at all, other than Batman and Superman, a little bit of Green Lantern and stuff like that. So like watching it, I saw. I was gonna say Buster Keaton. Jeez, Michael Keaton. Oh,
Whoa, did you just come off the monorail or something?
yeah, I know, right?
You're sitting
I was
next to
telling
Ernie.
Ernie stories too much.
I remember
was like,
Buster Keaton.
Buster Keaton playing
Just
my
wait.
Batman.
I
He had
can't
a
wait
wolf
until Paul and I get to do a Disney day.
He stole my coins.
You don't talk to him.
But I saw
You
him
were
like,
in
"Whoa."
line.
Like I know this guy. Like that's the Batman. In high school that I that's my jam, right? Like that's my Batman type thing. But it was funny because Noah was like, "Did you see the Flash trailer?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Fucking Michael Keaton. He's in it. He's gonna be Batman." And I was like, "Yeah." And I went, "Wait, have you ever seen the '89 Batman?" But no. It's like, so why are you excited?
Wait,
Or,
who-
I'm
who-
glad you are, but like, why are you hyped? Because everybody else is hyped. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So it's one of those things where you kind of go, I feel like, okay, well then I got to show you the '89 Batman.
Yeah, now you can watch that with him,
Right?
and
Yeah,
the superior Batman Returns,
there you go.
in my opinion.
Is that with the nipples or without on the
No,
bat
with-
suit?
Free.
no, no, no?
Oh, that was
is-
3.
Nipples are later. This is
Yeah.
Batman Returns is with Catwoman.
Batman. Oh, that's right,
Penguin.
with the
Gilbert.
penguin
yeah.
and Mr.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer, the Catwoman. That's it. The cat, the bat, and the
Yes.
penguin. Yeah.
Batman Returns
so
is my
good.
favorite. Yeah.
I always love watching that because she did her
Yeah.
own whip work.
Oh my god,
She's amazing with it, dude.
Yeah. that one take where she
Mm-hmm.
and then skips off with it. That was all
Yeah.
one take.
Yeah.
Oh no
doing
way.
that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a behind the scenes that shows it to like
Incredible.
prove it and everything. And people usually play that like around Christmas time because some people consider that a Christmas movie. And
Oh,
it shows
it
her
is.
and she nails it, dude. Just immediately. It's she's so good. I love that one. And Danny DeVito as Penguin always scared me. It's really
I had
gross.
nightmares about
Yeah.
the nose biting off scene.
Oh my god,
Right?
that's so
Gross.
nasty.
Yeah.
I
It
love
is.
it.
And this is what we grew up on. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Batman.
I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that at a drive-in with my dad.
Oh shoot, there's a super chat.
Yeah.
Alfredo. This is the way in Spanish. Is this actually what it's supposed to be, or is someone tricking me?
No, you're
Say it out loud.
I don't want to.
Don't you trust Alfredo?
I don't
He
have to
gave you a
read
$5 super chat.
I don't have to read
Yeah,
all
you
super
have to.
chats.
You have to read it.
Isn't that a car?
a car. Oh my
An
god.
El Camino.
Yeah, or Breaking Bad.
I'm
one or
all,
the other.
I just realized it. My dad had an El Camino. Go for it.
Ernie, you gotta help me out with this one.
Este es el camino. Este es el camino.
I
Okay,
liked it the
wait.
first way you said it.
The first
I think
accent.
if the Spanish dub of Mandalorian, they all said it that way.
Does Pedro Pascal do his own dub for Mando? I think I brought it up before. I think he did. I don't remember, but Alfredo, nice try, but thank you for the super chat.
Nice try.
Then nothing's bad. He's right.
Now I need to see. I don't even know who Buster Keaton is, and then now Paul's gonna be like, "You don't, dumbass," and he's gonna list 20 movies that Buster Keaton was in, and I'm like, "Listen, bus transfers, you don't need one. This is a monorail to another park, okay?"
Mhm.
My coin fell behind the seat,
And it
And,
closes for fireworks.
The streets were crowded with people.
But
Was.
the
So
Flash is in 48%, 50% lead in the poll. Basically, I think this is based off the Flashpoint comic arc. If you haven't read it yet, read the comic. If you don't want to read or you don't know how, like me, there is a DC animated movie for Flashpoint, which is relatively faithful to the comic, and it's another tearjerker at the end. My God. And if you want to learn more, you can DM me. I'll tell you about it. Or I don't want to spoil anymore. But looks like 54% for the Flash. Guardians. I was never that into Guardians of the Galaxy to begin with. So a part 2 is like meh for me.
Well,
Indiana
part
Jones.
3.
That's part 3.
Is it part 3? That's how
Yeah.
little I care.
Dumbass.
Listen, Buster.
Dumas.
And yeah, Indiana Jones. Paul,
Wait,
how did
no,
you?
I want to wait, Guardians. You might not care, but I care. There were some
Okay.
cute other little critter friends joining the
Mhm.
cast that I'm very intrigued about. There was like an otter, and then there was like
Otter,
I don't even know what
The
it was.
dog and the astronaut
Like
suit.
a fluffy thing
What's the dog's name?
with a face.
He was in
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Cosmo. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yarp.
The otter friend was cute, and then the little looked like a dust mite, but not.
Highly
Do you know what I'm
articulated
talking
says,
about?
"Sorry, I'm late. Did you talk about Bad Batch yet? No. 2 hours 15 minutes in. We're just about to start. That's the warm up. No, I'm kidding. We already went through both episodes and a bunch of other stuff. This is the after show. We should have done just a podcast for the trailers. Pickle D, welcome. The Flash trailer is only good because of all the Batman stuff.
Mhm.
You're not wrong.
Nope.
You're not wrong.
Preach.
I'm all
Yeah.
for it.
I
And
think they
Yoko-
should have had the Adam West version of Batman in there somewhere.
Well, did you see it? I mean, like I saw everybody brighten up the room of all the suits.
I can't.
I
I watched the
wish we
trailer
could have
4
seen it there.
times, and I can't find that shot of all the different bat armors. But it's all like variations
is.
of key. Well, I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying I couldn't find it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe if
but
you
is
didn't
it
watch
just
it on your
his or is
phone.
it different? Because I felt like then one of them looked like what's his name? Affleck's
Batfleck.
Batman. Batfleck. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
in there
could've been.
too.
He's in there.
That was crazy.
Well, he's in the trailer too.
Yeah.
It's
and
the
isn't
Christian,
he the in
Christian
the other
Bale's
one?
version.
Yeah, that
'cause
was
the
crazy
bike.
on the bike.
Yeah,
the bike.
Yes.
So how many Batmen are in this?
It's pretty dope though to see all of them.
Yeah,
But
and
you're
no
right,
Adam
I wish
West.
we-
Come on,
I know. Like
Well,
that suit should have been in
with
there.
the
or something.
glaring.
you got to.
Yeah.
Look, if they can have this Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Ham, into the Spider-Man movie, you can do that. Like people will buy that change in tone, is what I'm saying, right?
Right.
So
The bat suits. Are they gonna deep fake him?
I was like, how is he gonna be in it?
why doesn't anyone dance anymore? Remember the Batusi? Ha cha, ooh, ha cha. Yeah, man, totally do that.
The bat suits scene was only on TV.
Just use
No
old
wonder.
footage of him, bake him.
Oh my god, there's enough old footage. You could
They just cut him in.
definitely put something together. They could.
It's not Bale, but it's Batman on the bike, and they purposely don't
Bro,
show.
Bat
that was
pod?
Bale.
That's
the
the
Bat
Bat
pod?
pod. Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. We gotta. I can't wait for this thing. What is it? June, July?
Tommy,
It's
they're
all
gonna
good.
have Burgess Meredith's penguin. Wah, wah, wah.
Nice.
Wah, wah.
Well, they need a Cesar Romero as the Joker then,
Mhm.
right? With the mustache that's
Yes.
painted white.
That's painted. That's my favorite. I still
man.
leave that on TV if it comes on.
Come on, bro. I can't read that one, Aaron.
I don't know.
All right. Well, the chat says 52% excitement for the Flash. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I wanted to look at the trailer scene by scene, but apparently you need the TV version to get the armor scene and all that stuff. And it's just exciting to see. But that's it for tonight. Anyone else going on? Paul's giving me the signal. The big old yawn. and Wrap it up.
Oh, we
It's
went
about
like this.
that time.
Oh, this Flesh guy.
Wrap it up.
How long is this train ride?
What kind of superheroes named the Flesh?
They confirmed 3
Can't wait to see 2 Ezra Millers and 0 Batgirls.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
This is
Wow.
true.
There you go.
Can't wait.
Supergirl.
Is
I
that
know
who that
you're-
was?
I'm sorry because one female should replace another Kev.
I'm saying that there is a
Yeah.
female.
Yeah, but I like Batgirl.
Yeah, you do like Batgirl. I know you're a big fan. You are. But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in and staying through the madness. I appreciate all of you every week, every minute of this ridiculousness. It's Monday, so we're gonna go in alphabetical order, except the days of the week aren't in alphabetical order. But Tuesday,
What?
Yoko, is that you? Are you on
So we're
tomorrow?
going in chronological order. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow over on Twitch. Live in La Vida Yoko. I think I'm going to do some Lego tomorrow, actually. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
need help with
gonna-
stickers, I know how to do
Yeah?
that now.
oh, good. I'm going to celebrate Valentine's Day with a little haunted mansion build tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Theme
Good one.
stream. I like
Yeah.
it. Everyone tune in. What time will you be starting?
7:30 Pacific time tomorrow.
Awesome. Everyone go
Cool,
hang
cool.
out with Yoko over on Twitch tomorrow night. Ernie's on Wednesday.
Wednesday with the Falling Chronicles. Go check it out. You'll see. Yes, Wednesday, Fallen Fett Chronicles. Catch up on last week's show where I had High School Creations on talking everything that you need to know about the Wall XD that is coming soon. Get on that email list and support the homie. Big things coming. And I will have Uncanny Sculpts on this week.
Nice.
So come
Tyler.
check us out. And then, and then immediately after Sarlacc Digest podcast, and Thursday with They're Not Dolls with the Toy Migos, and then back here Monday with Bad Batch talking about Bad Batch. There we go. Yeah. And on the weekend, how we do Disney and ride monorails and get coins. That's it's going down.
Old man. It's like old man Logan, but it's old man Ernie.
It is, and I can't say nothing because Corinne calls me old man all the time.
Oh,
So I know it's true.
nailed it.
I know it's true. Yeah, she does. That's why I was laughing so hard because you guys all say it, and she calls me Pop Pop all the time. If I say something or I go off, I know immediately when she says "Come on, Pop Pop," and I'm like,
Are you gonna
That's
write a
all
letter
good,
to the
Ernie.
monorail company after?
It was nowhere near fireworks time. I could have got on. All right, go ahead. And I was gonna give that Ahsoka coin to you, Yoko, but now I don't know because you're laughing. So
Oh.
Behind the machine.
I mean, we were the one doing the voices, not Yoko.
I did laugh though.
Yeah,
I
you
did cool story bro him too in the
Yeah,
chat.
like 4 of them. It'd be
I
perfect way to
did.
cap off
I did.
Ernie's plugs if he just like exited himself from the stream.
bro, you have no idea. I had same things going on up top. And I literally had to sit there, look at the screen, I'm all, what's going on? Oh my god. Yeah. And I
Talking
come
to
back and
nobody.
Mike's still all, well, you
Oh,
want to get
Mike's
on the
a
mailing list.
Total
Yeah.
total professional.
Oh yeah, it was great.
What a
3
pro.
times.
Yeah, he had to deal with it 3 times.
And I
But
Thursday
hey,
night.
you didn't do it a 4th time though, Ernie. So
I didn't.
good job.
I was going for it, but I did throw my own self under the bus. Like I took full blame for it because he's like, I thought you just put all the attention to me and put me full screen. And I'm like, that would have been amazing. And you're right, I should do that. But I kicked my own self out of my own show. So here you go. Yeah.
3 times.
Kick
Oh,
my
well,
ass out.
3 times. We had a lot to show and discuss. So yeah, go check that out.
Go check that out for sure. Support 2 friends at the same time. This week, Unboxing Thursdays, 9 p.m. We will return. I will announce the guest at some point. And then, of
Oh.
course, Toy Migos,
Mysterious.
They're Not Dolls later on in that evening. And then Sunday, what's going on, Paul? You got some stuff to open?
No.
Okay.
This Sunday, actually, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do my show. Usually it's Funboxing Sundays on bitterasiandude.com. Sorry, Bitter Asian Dude Inc. bitterasiandude.com is where you can get your merch from. Usually, for those of you who don't know, I unbox a geeky collectible. I do a half-ass review, and we chat, and there's a drinking game. And that's about it. Oh, and I get trolled mercilessly by everybody, which is cool because it's very much, yes, thank you, Ernie, for showing off that new shiny sticker.
Yes.
Yoko, you're gonna have some stickers on your way too. When I get around to sending off your ship, your Hera Syndulla. No, sorry, not Hera. You're getting Ahsoka Starfighter.
Yeah.
So there you go. So this Sunday, because it is a holiday weekend here in
that's
Ontario, it's family week. We're actually going to be going out to Coburg to visit my in-laws. Anna's sister is in town with her husband and her nephew. So we're going to go out there and we're going to visit. So the timing's a little bit tight. So I probably won't make it back in time for a live stream on Sunday. So, but usually it's Sunday night, 7:00 p.m. Eastern, 4:00 p.m. Pacific. And we have a really great time. And every once in a while, the Boba Squadron joins in and all joining the fun of chirping me and
Trolling, yeah.
and trolling. And we have trivia too. Tommy K, he's the master at creating these really fun, totally fair trivia challenges. Just ask Kevin. And we are going to be planning a Boba Squadron takeover one Sunday. So it'll be fun to have the whole group together as we unfunbox toys together.
Unfunbox?
Wait, did I say unfunbox?
I'm
You did
miserable
say
right now. I'm putting
Will
it
we have special edition drinking game rules?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We will absolutely do that. We will we will absolutely
guys
do
have
that.
never even
So we will
seen me
we
drink.
need to confer on this, create some new
That's how you drink.
new drinking rules as well, throw them up there and just like have a great time doing it.
Yeah.
Like an example would be like if Ernie starts telling his stories about how he had to get a coin.
Coins,
There you go. You
coins
take a
that
drink.
he's found, buttons,
Exactly.
sticks.
How one day the monorail wasn't working and he had to. Anyways, so it's lots of fun, and of course, every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Join the Boba Squadron for a Bad Batch Case of the Mondays, as we do huge introductions, although not as long as mine, and we do a half-ass recap of the Bad Batch, but mostly we have lots of fun with all
I
of
use
you.
full ass.
Full
Yeah, I always say in detail.
I just forgot
no.
the last pivotal scene.
Yes, we are professional.
When you
As
said
it were.
and on Mondays, I was like, "What's on Mondays?"
Yes, this
Is
show
she streaming Mondays now?
that we're on right now.
This is a hologram. This is a
Today is
hologram
Monday.
Paul.
This show is
There
a
you go.
Monday.
This is AI.
Oh my gosh.
All right, perfect. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Go follow my amazing friends here on all their socials and everything that they do. And basically, what you tune in for every week is the immaculate outro by the world famous Yoko McCann. Pretty dope.
Yes. If you haven't already, and I'm sure you have if you've made it this far, hit that thumbs up. Actually, I didn't hit that thumbs up, so I'm gonna do that
Come
right now.
on.
I did it though. That's all that matters. Thank you for putting up with another episode of the Boba Squadron and watching, or the Bad Batch, where we talk about the Bad Batch. We'll be back next week. Next week's episode is called, I just looked it up and I already forgot. It's called The Crossing. Not to be confused with the cross-canceled Fett. That's a different story
Whoa.
entirely.
Yo,
I'm still
But-
trying not to get cut, but yes, you're right.
We'll be back here next week,
Yeah.
6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern for that. And follow, subscribe, hearts.
Where
Speaking
are
of
we?
that, I don't know. I do want to
Oh,
say though
goodness.
that Kevin's a jerk, but that's about it.
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah.
mean do the heart. I was just saying
Oh,
heart where applicable.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I had one more thing to show you. There you go. All right, everyone. Thank you, Yoko. Everyone, have a good night. And
I almost
oh,
Ernie, are you doing Boba Fett's feet? Are you doing Boba Fett's toes?
toes. Let me roll your
I was gonna
toes.
say, you straight called
You
me
said-
out on my own
you said
show.
flick.
And you said you didn't even heart it, bro. You could have hearted it. I was all this jerk. All right, that's
Oh
it.
yeah, he did do that.
He did, yes.
Mike's video that he worked so hard on.
Yes.
But did I lie?
No, you
No.
did it.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.